www.e2onair.com. In the studio, live and direct, Marcia, the diva, Davis.
And don't be no drag.
Someone lead the way.
Lively up yourself, cause this is the other bag.
Someone lead the way.
I say you rock so, like you never did before. Yeah, you dip so, dip through my door. Do you remember the first time that we met? Do you remember? I never will forget.
Please, Marcia.
Time is a going, why not make yourself a plan and try to be someone? Hold up your head so ours can see you trying, son. Time is the master, but time can be disaster if you don't care. I'm in a dancing mood. When you feel the beat, you've got to move your feet. You've got to clap your hands. You've got so much soul deep inside that you can hide. Mother told me, she said, girl, please beware. There's a thing called loving, and there's everywhere. She said, it can break your heart, turn it in misery. Since I met this lover man, the same thing happened to me. I've got to tell you this, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. Do you remember?
One Love, that's wicked. Janet Davis, do you remember? Janet Lee Davis, sorry. And the Mackenzie clan is saying, go girls, still got it. So thank you.
And okay, Marcia, so why did you choose now to select this track as the second track that you wanted to bring to the audience? Normally when you're interviewing or you're having a conversation with the artist, the first thing the artist wants to do is play their music. But with Marcia Davis, there's always a reason for everything that she does.
There's a method to my madness.
Yes, so tell us now.
Well, that particular track, it had so many, it's a medley, as you all said.
Right.
There's Lively Up Yourself, do you remember the song itself, and some alternate
Too
late
stuff.
to fall back now.
Right. Time.
I just wanted to be able to, big up as many people in one shot as I could, and Janet Lee Davis did it for me. So yeah.
Wow. So that's nice that as we say, we leave the egos at the door, and I'm interviewing or having a conversation with Marcia Davis, and she is highlighting the people who inspire her. So Marcia, everybody wants to hear your music. What are you bringing to us today?
Okay,
the first track that you want us to play.
Let's see. Now, I've got a whole bunch of music here, and I don't want to play the stuff that's always played. So, let's see. For Kitty Judes, if you're still out there, Kitty Judes, this one is for you. Stranger.
Okay, yes. Is it going to play? What's going on here?
I'm a stranger in love with you. It's true. It's true. Standing here waiting again for you to pass by. Many a days I had to hold down my head and smile. Thoughts of you dominate my mind.
Big show time.
How would it be to be with you all the while?
This is for you, Kitty Judes. Are you this?
But you don't even know me. I'm
She
a
saved My song. Go on, my girl. Respect. Thank you.
Even see me? Are you looking for a
Is she asking for a pull-up on this?
Can I come around and see?
Yeah, we're gonna pull it up because it's such a wicked track, Marcia. Stranger. Marcia Davis in the studio.
I'm a stranger in love with you. It's true. It's true. Standing here waiting again for you to pass by. Many a days I had to hold down my head and smile. Thoughts of you dominate my mind. How would it be to be with you all the while? But you don't even know me. I'm a stranger in your life. Do you even see me? Are you looking for a wife? Can I come around and see you sometime? I wanna share some thoughts that live inside my mind. 'Cause I know I can be the one. I can be your lover. I can be.
I know I can be the one. Whoa. Karen, why did you put me on and didn't say it? Oh my, the mic is not on. I can't hear what you guys are saying to me.
Oh, the mic is not on.
The mic is not on, and you
Now
can't
it is.
hear what we're saying to you. But can you hear us now?
That song.
That's
Okay.
better.
So, shall we pull it up again for you, caller?
That song is just absolutely one of the best ever. Marcia,
Oh,
I give you
thank
props on
you.
this
May I
one.
cry? Thank you. It was written about a stranger, and for once it was not my experience. You know how I normally just write from experience, but this time I was like, let me put myself in somebody else's shoes totally. And what if you were like, you know, a woman who had seen a guy like so often, you really wanted to reach out to them, what would you say? But then some of my friends started listening to the lyrics. They were like, this is more like the stalker song. It's not the stranger. So mind we are sing it to
I
you.
wanted to tell you that. I just wanted to tell you that. Call in and say that.
I can't hear Jude. Say again.
I said it is absolutely beautiful. Just
Thank you
wanted
so
to call
much.
in and say that.
Robbins?
Much love.
Ray Robbins?
Yes, so we've got.
Love to you, SHP, and love
Thank
to
you so much, Kitty Judes, for calling in.
Enjoying the show so far.
Thank you, and you will continue to enjoy. You know, when Marcia Davis in the house, it's gonna be pure madness. We got our chief engineer in there
And
too.
much respect to your partner in crime, EJ.
Yes, my EJ, the chief engineer, is in here too, adding his piece. Yeah, he's doing sound levels. Red Robin, sound level testing, right? So, Kitty Judes, we want to say thank you. We blew up your spots.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you so much. So, do me a favor, Mars. Could you... Yeah, let's turn up this.
With me, we can make a day a golden opportunity. Oh yeah, come about some time and spend a while with me. We can make a this, baby, with a king. We can make a this a golden opportunity. Come about.
Why does it end so abruptly, Marcia?
Because it isn't finished yet. Shh. Nobody tell them.
So-
Don't tell the people.
so
it
let
isn't
me-
finished as yet. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you now. I know that you're working on some projects because I, you know what, Marcia, the invitation is always open to you to come on the Conduit show.
Thank you.
But what was the reason you said to me you maybe didn't want to come right now, and I twisted your arm and promised you all kinds of stuff?
Right. I like to, you know, so many people are out there that, you know, have their thing going on and need a chance and a step up and everything. And, you know, overexposure is also sometimes a problem. you know, in life. So what I want to do is to be able to, when I have something coming out or like something new, you know, a show to promote or whatever, I'd love to be able to go on, you know, the different shows and whatnot to be able to expose that. And then in between times, it's kind of like, you know, let somebody else have a chance, let somebody else. But anyone who needs my help, of course, I'm going to, you know, try and be there for them.
I love that. I love that. Because you're not just a singer, you're not just a band leader, which people maybe didn't know that Marcia has her own band. So tell us about that. How did you come to that experience?
Well, Marcia Davis and Outro was formed many years ago. Like, I shouldn't say how many, but I think 1998 we really got together as a collective. But at that time we were called the Cornerstones. But we had another band which was Meta and the Cornerstones in like around 1999. They were just coming out as well with their new stuff. So in deference to them, they were like, you know, we said we'll change our name. So we changed our names from the Cornerstones to the Next Level. And then we went from the Next Level to the Restless Natives until we finally became Marcia Davis and Outro. And basically they were doing, like, we were doing mainly my songs. So, you know, they just said in deference to me now, you know, we should really just name it after you. So the ladies that sing with me, which are Valerie Kelly and Carla Kelly, and at the time, Simone Gordon.
Wow, you see how everything just kind of falls into place?
Yeah, and you know, I believe Simone is coming on the show today.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, so Simone and I, we've been singing together, like I said, since 98, 99. And
is that dating you at all? No, not really.
Me. Look,
she looked good. She looked good.
Oh,
she looked good. Yes.
Oh Lord, I nearly fell. But
no insurance, so please don't fall off the chair. Sorry, you were saying, Marcia.
Yeah, so you know, we've Simone and I have been singing together for a long time, Carla Kelly and I, and then the band is comprised of you know, several of my musical male friends, Iobi on bass, and we have Damon Martellier on drums, and Earl Appleton on keys, and Eugene also on keys, and Yasto Taga on guitar. So when we get together, that collective is called Marcia Davis and Outro. And we've toured around, you know, the tri-state. We were on tour last year in
Was it California?
Yeah. Yeah, and we're looking to go again like around June, so I'll give you all a heads up.
Wow, interesting. So, you know, it's not often that you see a woman in reggae who actually is a band leader. And I wanted to kind of bring that out there, especially to the females who are getting into the music industry. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself as a singer. You don't have to stereotype yourself to be singing a certain type of music, because if you'll notice, the guests that are coming in today, they're all reggae singers, but they're so different. It's amazing. And by design, this is why these three women are here today, to give you a cross-section across the board, not your standard reggae music. Right. And they're all very, very strong women, trust me. And, you know, what better way to put out, to end the tribute for reggae, women in reggae, for International Women's Month. So Marcia, I'm not sure what track you wanted to play.
Well, I'd actually like to play track 13 of this same
on
CD.
this one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is the band, Marcia Davis and Outro, and this song is called Another Way Out. And if you listen to the lyrics, it says, running, doing laundry on a Wednesday night, that's not right. And I was literally sitting outside my laundromat. My children were like much smaller than they are now. And I was just so stressed out that night, you know. It's like, why am I out here? You know, how can I do this anymore, you know? And so it's kind of an inspirational song for me in that I got beyond that and was able to put my, you know, my drama into words and create this song. And so you'll hear Simone Gordon singing on this as well.
Again, Simone, who's the next guest coming up.
Right, so this is the whole band, Marcia Davis and Outro, Another Way Out.
Let's play this one.
Is this my destiny? Running, doing laundry on a that's not right. This life is too much for me. I gotta find my way out. And sitting on a subway Friday back through Monday just to make a payday. Is this my destiny? I gotta find my way out. Can't you see? We gotta be free. Another way out. Another way out. A poor man's story. Toiling every day, praise without praise, just the low pay. I know my heart beats heavily. I gotta find my way out. And church on a Sunday, hypocrites on Monday, wasting their lives away. Democratic aristocracy. I gotta find my way out. Can't you see? I gotta be free. Another way out. Another way out. A poor man's story. I gotta get away. I gotta get away.
Wow, what can I say, Marcia? What can I say? That is absolutely beautiful. I've never heard that one before.
Thank you. Thanks so much, and thanks for the people in the chat room just bigging it up. McHugh's, the CD, this particular song is on a mini CD, so you'd have to contact me for that. And so you can catch me on Facebook or at www.marciadavisband.com. And thanks very much, Kitty Judes. You said that it has melody and substance, and I appreciate that. Sadly, you know, the substance sometimes has to come from these hard times, but we make lemonade from the lemons that we're given sometimes.
But that leads me to another question. You know, the process of creativity of writing, because that's obviously a song that's written by you, using your own experiences. How do you transfer from the experience to the writing to the putting to music? Explain that process.
Well, there are many different ways for that particular song and songs like that. When I'm working with my band, we have lots of different outlets. Like on a Friday night, we all get together and jam some
jam
music.
Sessions,
and a jam session where we're all musicians or singers, and we just do different things that, you know, are kind of outside the box of our maybe genre, or, you know, the thing that we sing on stage, or maybe you're a drummer and you want to play keyboards tonight or whatever. So we get together and do that. And in fact, that particular song is where I developed that song at the jam 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
I had actually written it just outside the laundromat, like I said. And then, you know, I brought it to the jam and we kind of developed it a bit more. And then I took it to my band and we developed it even further. So that's kind of one way of doing it.
Wow, that's amazing, Marcia, that you would say that a piece of work, a piece of yourself, 10 years in the making, and this is not released, right?
Right, exactly.
So,
And
wow.
so many artists are like that. You know, even in the mainstream music media, as you see now, there are many artists that, you know, they're like, oh yeah, and this person just busts and everything. And meanwhile, you know, and you know, they were doing their work like good 10, 15 years. You've got, and some of their songs have not, like we said, have not yet been released. So, don't take it lightly when somebody just comes and you believe, unless they're like 22 and their name's Drake,
or they got a keyboard and banged out a rhythm and released it on the internet.
Whatever. Anyway.
Anyway, we're not talking about them, right? We're talking. If you've just logged on, it is 6:47. It's a Sunday evening. Of course, it's the Conduit show, and my special guest, one of three this evening, is Marcia Davis. And we just listened to a track that Marcia was explaining was made when?
In about 99, I think, 2000.
Was when you wrote it?
Was that when I actually wrote it, yeah.
And I love the creative process that's ongoing with the jam sessions. So you could start off with an idea, take it to the jam session, and it just evolves into something completely different.
Right. Even, as a matter of fact, we were there jamming this Friday, and Simone was there too, and we just picked 3 chords. We're like, you got to play these 3 chords somehow, some way. Simone is the singer, and the topic is this, and then she just had to come up with a song, and she did, and it was a beautiful song, and we've got it recorded somewhere. So hopefully when Simone gets here, hopefully I'm still here, and we can mess around like that, because that's the beauty for me, is like that creative process is something that I really, really cherish, and
So you see, to all those people who want to get in the music business, it's not as easy as you think, right, Marcia?
No, it ain't that easy. I mean, you have other ways. There are people that can come to you with rhythms like that they have, and they're like, well, here's a tune, write me a tune upon that.
And you've done that too,
I've done
right?
that too, and I've written things for other people. I've written songs that I don't sing myself, and I've given them to other people to sing. And once again, here I call Simone's name again. Simone has
What's going on with you and Simone?
With Larry. No, but it's just to show you how tight that we've all been for so many years, and she left and did her own thing eventually, and like here we are still together. We're still all a collective, and in fact most of my friends, like, we're part of this collective called the New York City Reggae Collective. So
right now, you alluded earlier on, because if you can see, I don't know how much of Marcia Davis, the reggae diva, there you go. I don't know how much of her you can see, but Marcia is all glammed up, and she's leaving. Oh, look at that shot. I don't know about that. This is a Sunday evening, Marcia. Just hold it down. Yeah, Marcia's getting ready to go off, and where is it you're going this evening?
Well, I'm going to 2 places. I'm going up to Macedonia Hall, where Singing Melody, Ghost, and Frankie Paul are going to be performing, backed by Derek Barnett and the Statement Band. And then I'm going to be at Shrine, where Keisha is going to be performing with,
and of course,
a number of other ladies for a closeout of Women's History Month.
Perfect. And also Keisha is the other in the triumvirate. Is that the right?
Yeah.
The triple threat, yes.
The triple threat.
We've got Marcia Davis, who's here in the studio right now, and she's going to be followed later on by Simone Gordon, and then we're also going to have Keisha Martin. And you all perform together, because it's a circuit that you do, so you know each other very well, right?
Yeah, and Keisha and I, we don't go back that long, because Simone and I are like 1 year older than her.
Oh, you didn't just do that. You didn't just do...
Well, but Keisha and I have been friends for a number of years, and I just love to see how she's coming up in this business as well as another female entertainer that is looking outside of the box. It's easy to do formula stuff. I mean, for one who doesn't write, I can understand you saying, oh yeah, you could say it's easy, but it's kind of easy to write the formula. It's when you have to write something that's stretching you a little bit, that's making you go a little further out there, That's kind of where we are.
So what would it's a cliched question, what would you say to young women coming into the industry? I think we kind of touched on it earlier on, but your advice, your experiences.
Never give up. Never give up on a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because persistence will out all the way. Talent is nothing, because talent, I've seen many a talented bum out there on 125th Street singing his ass out, excuse me, can I say that?
You just did.
25 cents. And then I meant to say heart though. But anyway, so, talent won't do it. Education's not going to do it. How many people do you sit down and chat with, and they're the most educated people on the planet, and yet nothing's going on for them? You know what I'm saying? It's persistence and perseverance every time. Bless up, Aki woman.
Yes, good evening, Aki Woman. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, you're looking at Marcia Davis, who is the first of my local women in reggae that I wanted to feature on the Conduit show as a big bang goodbye approach to the tribute that we've been playing all month, the whole month of, what is it, March?
It's March.
Yeah, I think I took too much Buckley's before
March
I got
Madness.
here. Marcia, do you want to chat some more? Do you want to play another selection?
Well, I want to actually hear that tune right there, because the song that I've just pointed out is "Our Heroes" by Ed Robinson.
She's putting me on the spot.
Putting her on the spot, because these particular songs, again, before I chose Janet Lee Davis because it was a tribute medley to so many different, artists and stuff like that, and that's what's happening in Ed's song, with a beautiful song to go with it.
And it's awesome, isn't it?
I love that song. I love it. I'm always.
You know what? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to push the chairs back, because whenever I play this song from Ed Robinson, I cannot sit still. I got to get up and move. So, excuse me, I'm bringing it up now. Let's listen to Ed Robinson and Our Heroes. It might help if I do this, right?
And Peter Touch was the mystic man. Jacob Miller sing a festival song. Juliana sister,
I want to say good evening to the lovely Fiona.
wasn't waiting
And Mama
in
Patsy,
vain.
big up
And the
yourselves.
techniques was wishing it would rain.
Mr.
Dennis
Woman,
Brown
Mr.
said,
Jeffrey
here I come
Asper,
again, here I come again.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
They capture our hearts so quickly. Where did they go so swiftly? Lately we've been making changes, cause we want them to be our heroes.
I was hearing some stuff in the background on that one, so you know what? We're gonna pull up,
Rewind and come again,
pull up. Yeah, pull up this one,
Up.
and we're coming again.
Can I make all those sounds?
You can, and you just did. Yes. Ed Robinson, live and direct, all by himself.
It never called. No, not all by himself. It was Marcia Davis doing backup vocals. Here we go. Ed Robinson.
Do you remember hit song?
Come on, come and sit it. Jump.
Man, Ginny and her sister
Big
wasn't
tune.
waiting in vain, was wishing it would rain. Here I come again. But Marcia, you're not singing.
I'm sorry.
They captured our hearts so quickly. Where did they go so swiftly?
I moved.
Lately we've been making changes, cause we want them to be our heroes. Our heroes for life, for life. Our heroes, for life. Mighty diamonds, them a pass the cutchet. Burning spears salute old Marcus Garvey. Culture tell you that the sevens will clash. Then super cat come run the ghetto red hot, yeah. They capture our hearts so quickly. Where did they go so swiftly? Lately we've been making changes, cause we want them to be our heroes. Our heroes, for life, for life. Our heroes, our heroes, for life, the rest of our life. Delroy Wilson said better must come. Cause early B was the doctor man. Jimmy Clifford chant the holiday fall. When he come out skirting that in total, yeah. They capture our hearts so quickly, so quickly. Where did they go so swiftly? I don't know now. Lately we've been making changes, cause we want them to be our heroes. Our heroes, yeah. For life, for the rest of our lives. Our heroes, yeah. For life, for the rest of. Do you remember when Mr. Ken Booth train was coming, and Gregory said that them was hide and licking? Alton Ellis was the real big the Zappa passe, stopping the train for my brethren. Stop that train, yeah. They capture our hearts so quickly. Where did they go so swiftly? Lately we've been making changes, cause we want them to be our heroes. For life, for the rest of our lives. Our heroes.
Woo! For life.
What a boom tune, man. I'm telling you, Ed Robinson, you don't know what you did when you recorded that song. Big up to Michelle Arthurton on that one. It's awesome.
Love that tune. Love it.
Yes. So Marcia, why did you want to play that one?
Again, it was just because I love the fact that he bigs up all of the artists that I love as well. You know what I mean? And he's got the same kind of vibrancy that I do when I approach my music. If any of you've seen Ed work, whether it be singing, producing, supporting, he's like always really, really vibrant,
focused.
And both of us are both Geminis, so it's like
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes, it's the Gemini power, man. Multifaceted power.
Whatever.
So.
But no, I'm not disrespecting my guest. Marcia, you're highlighting other artists, and I'm sure that the listeners who are logged into the chat room right now may have a question for you. So I'm going to open it up to them and say, if you want to speak to Marcia Davis live and direct, you can call into the studio. Kitty Judds did, and she was singing.
Yeah, man.
So the number to call in, if you want to call in live and direct, is 718-676-0330, or you can pose your question in the chat room, because I'm like, I don't want to do the interview with Marcia. We're having a conversation,
casual conversations with some good music in between.
Absolutely. Of course there are some questions that I want to ask Marcia. I want to ask Marcia, what are you working on right now? That's just one of the questions I want to ask Marcia.
Well, I do have it here with me.
I don't think we're ready to play that yet. No.
So there's that, and I have some other stuff that I'm working on with a couple of other producers. So
Wow. And you're actually performing, and you're performing locally.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's coming up right now?
We're going to be, for the 420, me and the CCB band, who I've just performed with at BB King's. We should be on the boat for the Rocks Off concert, which we do every year.
The one that I missed last year?
I'm sorry, everybody.
Tell them
we
the story,
were on
Marcia.
this boat. We invited Sheron to come.
Oh,
she was going to
boy.
come and cover the whole event and everything. And she was running down Pier 47 or whatever pier it was.
As the boat went off into the sunset. I'm saying, stop the boat!
Hopeless.
Only Sharon's.
But she
Sharon.
tried.
I was so upset that evening. I'm telling you, it wasn't funny, because I was all geared up. It was a beautiful summer's evening, and I was trying to find parking. Anyone who tries to find parking on the West Side Highway on a Sunday evening in the summer, forget about it. Forget about it. But Marcia, I don't want to play that track the new track right now. I want to really save that.
Okay.
The piece de resistance.
The piece de resistance?
Yeah, for those who don't speak French, the finale of that. Hey, Big Daddy Chris, I want to say good evening to you. You've logged on to the Conduit, of course, and you're watching and listening to...
Hello, it's me. It's Marcia Davis. What's going on, everybody? Really nice to have you all with us, and I really appreciate you listening in today to the Conduit show, which is something that I listen to all the time. I can never get in the chat room, though, so somebody fix that, because I love this show. Mishivu and all the other people that are on E2 on air, I just want you all to know that you have my support 100%. Splice,
yes, she does listen.
One big up, one love, and Kitty Judds, one love. I'm always there. I'm not in the chat room because my IP address, something's crazy with it, but I just want you to know that I really appreciate the music and the quality of talk, and just the quality of the whole radio station. So big up the E2 family, large.
And I want to say, Marcia, I want to say big up to you too as a friend.
Cheers.
I'm publicly saying it. You like to embarrass me on Facebook especially, but I want to say, Marcia, I value your friendship. You're someone whose opinion I really value because she's a sensible one when she wants to be. When she wants to be, she looks at things from a different perspective, and she certainly made me open up my perceptions about things. And she's dragging me into the 21st century, and I respect her because of Marcia Davis. I text.
Yes.
Right? Because she's
now with us.
What can I say? And I'm doing a Kitty Judds now, but this is not a pink blackberry. But no, let me put it down. Let me stop. Kitty Judds, I love you too. And Mishibu, of course, you know, Mishibu also has a show right here on E2 on Air on a Tuesday 4 to 8, and Friday temporarily. What time is that? That's like 7 to 10. Mishibu, put it up. And of course, Kitty Judds with that fabulous Saturday show. Did you miss that interview she did yesterday with Marion Hall?
Yeah, Lady
It
Song.
was
Wicked,
a
wicked,
classic.
wicked.
And I want to say, Kitty Judds, respect to you on that one. It was an awesome, awesome interview. And this just shows you just some of the quality of work that you can get right here on E2 on Air. And we're one big family. It's my show, but I'm bigging up everybody else on E2 on Air because the sum, the whole, without the parts, is nothing.
Exactly.
We all have to be here to make it work, and of course we can't do it without you all. So one big thank you from the Conduit Show.
Big up, big up, big up.
Thank you. So what are we playing now? Oh, did we do that already?
I don't believe we did.
Okay, we have to, it's now 7:03 and we have some contractual obligations. In other words, we got to play some adverts. So stick and stay while we give you this one.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit adoptuskids.org for more information. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids in the end.
It is with sound mind and body that I, James Fredericks III, after fighting with all direct family members for decades, leave my entire fortune of $32 million to the one friend I had in the end, the package delivery guy, Matt Songer.
Woohoo! Yeah! I had a feeling about this. I'm rich! Oh, this cannot be happening.
Actually, it's not happening.
What?
And it never will.
I don't get it.
There aren't even people here. That's just one of those murmuring sound effects.
Seriously?
Listen, if you want to have money in your future, don't rely on luck. Put $10 away each month. Cook once in a while instead of eating out.
Okay.
Pay down your high-interest credit card.
Right.
Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow.
So, no inheritance?
No. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas.
Feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Yes, so we come out of that PSAs, and also I have to remind you to put this one on your calendar. Of course, it is a piece of information here. I don't know, shall I ask Marcia to read this for me?
Okay, well, we'd like you to save the date because Team Jamaica Bickle, the annual Pen Relays reception, is going to be held on Tuesday, April 12th at 2011. And that's going to be at
Sullivan Hall.
Which is 214 Sullivan Street in Manhattan. And that's between Bleecker and West 3rd Streets.
What's the time on that one?
The time is 6 p.m. until midnight. And the admission is your donation. So if you support Team Jamaica Bickle, please make sure that you come down on Tuesday, April 12th to the Sullivan Hall. Again, that's 214 Sullivan Street between Bleecker and West 3rd Street. And they're celebrating 17 years of service to our athletes, our ambassadors, and the special invited guest is one of my favorites, Mr. Donald Quarry.
Do you know I went to school with him, Marcia?
You did? The Olympic champion? You know everybody?
No, I actually went, well, I mean, I say I went to Camperdown. Kitty Judds really went to Camperdown. I was in Camperdown school, I think, for like 2 terms.
Yeah.
But I'm very boastful. Off Wynwood Road, Camperdown, the horrible brown and multicolored uniform with the brown socks and the brown shoes. Yes, I was a Camperdonian. That was just one of the schools I went to in Jamaica when I was there. Anyway, yeah, I want to say to that one, on that one, Mars, thanks for reading that. If you are in New York City and you can make that one on April 17th, is it?
It is.
Flip it
It's
over.
on
Yeah.
April 12th,
April
actually.
12th.
I'm sorry. It's April 12th, Tuesday, April 12th. Again, the time is 6 p.m. until midnight. And it's at Sullivan Hall, 214 Sullivan Street, between Bleecker Street and West 3rd in Manhattan. And that's Team Jamaica Bickle with their special invited guest, Jamaican Olympic champion
Donald Quarry.
Donald
So you know I'm
Quarry.
going to be in the house definitely for that one. And what he lost his hair, so I'm going to go and laugh at him because he really
You
was.
better run, go find it.
I don't know if he can run that much now, Mars. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I see them bigging up Camper Down in the
That's
in the
Kitty
chat
Jones.
room.
That's Kitty
Camper
Jones.
Down. I eat.
And there's also one other thing that I want to mention, of course. And our own Mishibu, the Rhythm Queen, is going to be making her debut as one of the female DJs tomorrow. So not if or but about it. Make sure that you're all supporting Mishibu. See her in person as she's spinning her discs, her tracks, as part of the female selectors, and that's taking place tomorrow at the Beehive Cafe, and I think that's on Atlantic Avenue. Is it Atlantic?
I'm just looking now to see if I can find.
You
the
know what?
exact address.
I know Mishibu's
do you
going
wanna
to put
it up? Put up the
Mishibu,
address.
put up the address, please, because I don't want to go into Facebook right now because it messes up with my computer. And while we're waiting for Mishibu to put up that information, I don't know why she's so shy about putting it up.
It's 990 Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn, everyone. So
Thank you. And as you come over Brooklyn Bridge and you go past Juniors and you make the left onto Atlantic Avenue and you'll see the Beehive. It's 990 Atlantic Avenue. And that, what time is that, Mishibu? About 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? About 8 o'clock, I think.
yeah, I think the doors open at around 7, 8, but the whole event is going to take place for the whole evening, you know, and it's going to be a lot of selectresses from the New York region and a few are out of New York.
7
7 p.m. we're seeing in the chat room now. It's 7 p.m. that it's going to be.
Perfect.
Yay.
And we're all going to be there. So we want to get back to some music, right? No, I don't think she'll be doing the.
I hope so. You're gonna.
Do not scratching anything,
no
man.
scratching,
No.
mixing,
She
not even a breakdance.
Trust me, she's just gonna be playing some wicked. Because what? Guess what? She named Mishibu, the rhythm queen.
Okay.
So
then.
you know, so you're gonna get pure rhythm. Other words, rhythm, pantapa rhythm, pantapa rhythm. And talking about rhythms.
Well, talking about rhythms, I'm gonna throw you off base one more time. Sorry, because you know how it. I don't know. Is this what you guys do when you're on the radio? You know, you're sitting there and then you catch your vibes and you're like, no, but now I'll go play that. Now I'll play this.
Yes.
That's how I feel right now.
Yes.
So if you could go to that CD and play track 4, this is Junior English, and this is how I feel right now.
All right,
Reggae
then.
time. It's called Rock to the Rhythm. See? And I say lick it back, so you call rewind. That we do. Yeah, take over.
What's the name
I've
of the
come
show?
to take over. This is the Conduit show with Sheron Hamilton-Pearson, but I'm not her. I'm Marcia Davis, and my next guest is Simone Gordon, the illustrious and one and only.
Greetings, everyone. Such a pleasure and a joy to be here.
So you see that I've just taken over the show, so I'm also going to select the next tune. And the next tune, let me see if I can do this while I'm not a very good multitasker. Wolande. Okay, I do believe it's Dennis Brown. Run the track. Dennis Brown. You know I will love that. Ooh, yeah.
Let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby. Let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby. Break it to me gently. If this is goodbye, baby, say it slow. 'Cause you taught me to love you. So come on, girl, and teach me not to love you before you go. All 'cause of the fall from the top to the bottom is such a sudden drop. So let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby. Let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby. Don't turn the lights out on me. Let the feeling flow. Let your sweet kisses turn me on, and your loving arms a little tender day by day. All 'cause the fall from the top to the bottom is such a sudden drop. So let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby. Let me down easy. Give me time to get over you, baby.
And that was the illustrious Dennis Brown, as you all love and know. Dennis Brown has to be the quintessential, my favorite artist. But my second favorite artist is Simone G.
And
What's
Simone
up,
G
Simone?
is in the studio now.
Who's she?
Sheron Pearson has been relegated to the back seat. But
If you can't see, look behind me. Hold on.
I want to say good evening to Simone. And thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you very much for coming down. I'm sure they can't hear. Thank you so much for coming down. It's the ladies, we three ladies of reggae. Of course, this one is a non-singing member. I have two divas, singing divas in the studio with me. And Simone, I want to say thank you very much for coming down this evening.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm doing well. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Again?
Yeah.
You're regular to the E2 studios, right?
I know. I got a hello in the chat room from Aki Woman. She was here last night in the chat room as well. So yeah, it was nice.
So you're getting your own little fan base.
We love it.
I like that. You know, Simone was a natural when I was thinking about the local women in reggae who I would want to feature as my parting gift to all of you. Because even though Simone may be considered or more known for her backup singing, she sings in her own right too, right, Simone?
Correct, yes.
And we're gonna just kick it off blazing. No chat. We're just gonna go straight into this new track. It's a new track, right, Simone?
Yes, it is. Very like hot off the presses, straight from the mastering,
exclusive,
straight from the mastering place to you.
We're busting it right now, bringing it to you on the Conduit, live and direct. Run the tune, Simone.
It's running?
It's running. No, yeah, CD1. Okay. Yes. Is it playing? Yes, it's playing right now.
There you go.
Is this really me?
This rhythm is called the humble rhythm.
Yeah. Larry Webb, big up yourself.
Just passed my way. Something about the smile on his face, something about the tone of his voice has got me reacting unusually. Yeah. For some reason my up is down. Oh, there's no reason that I should be hanging around. When the mood is right, feel like we could stay all night. And I'm feeling like the man of my dreams has finally been found. I've gotta get you in my life, boy. I've gotta get you in my life, oh. I gotta get you, 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 I gotta get you. We may not have words to say, speaks from his heart, so honestly, always respects my point of view and shares his feelings, what he's thinking too. A connection so deep, just can't slip away. So I'm gonna jump in, not waste another day. No, I've gotta get you in my life, boy. I've gotta get you in my life, boy. I've got to have you in my life, boy. I've gotta get you in my life. You're always on my mind. Always on my mind, thinking of you all the time. Relationship, sweet vibrationship. Who would've believed this could happen to me? Open wide, open wide, open wide, open wide, open wide. My heart is down. I'm so turned around. I've gotta get you in my life, boy. Who would've believed? Open wide, open guy. Open wide, open wide. My up is down. Open wide, open wide. Open wide, open wide. I gotta get you in my life. Open wide, hey, 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 hey. Open wide over a guy. Open wide over a guy. Open wide over a guy. I gotta get you. 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 I gotta get you.
Okay, Simone.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought you were such a sweet and innocent little girl.
Oh gosh, what happened?
I was listening to the lyrics on that. This is a new rhythm, so I want to let you know, to the listeners of the Conduit Show, this is an exclusive, never heard live or never heard in the media out there.
No, not yet.
Thank you so much for blessing the Conduit with that drop.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And you wrote that track yourself?
I wrote the words to the track, yeah. The track was done by Mr. Larry Webb, Lynn Sound Productions.
Yeah, big up to Larry Webb. Yeah, we know about Larry Webb. He was a guest on the Conduit Show before. We heard you singing on that 1650 rhythm too.
Yes.
So you know this lady behind me then for a long time, right?
Long time. We don't want.
But hold on, you never ask her the question what you want. Ask her which is the lyrics. What is about to open wide over a guy? We want to know what going.
It's a Sunday evening. All right, yeah. I want to know. Good evening to Jamrock Soul. Good evening to Sea Cape. We're just bigging up all the people who are logging in there because they know that Simone Gordon, Marcia Davis, and soon Keisha Martin is coming in to join the Conduit.
Nice.
So, tell me, how did you come up with that concept?
Well, it's actually coming from a very innocent place. You know, when sometimes you meet somebody and they just got you open, like Jill Scott say, like an old batch of collard greens. He just got you open. You know what I mean? And you just all your guard drops, and you're just like, I need to just know this person right here because they've got it going on. So that's the open wide. It's just he got me open. He's like, all of my inhibitions are gone.
Just fell away.
So
you hate that when that happens because it's like take me, I'm yours.
Exactly. You know, it's a dangerous place to be in sometimes.
Absolutely.
But it's a thrilling feeling as well when you can find a connection like that with someone.
I'm telling you.
But that
so let me ask
leave it up to whoever
Simone,
wants to.
let me ask you. You still got that connection?
That connection is still there.
Ooh, she's blushing. Can you see?
Wide over guy.
It's still there. It hasn't faded yet. So.
I'm so glad to hear that because you know what? As we started off with Marcia singing and talking about love, it's all about love.
Right.
If we could just love one another a little bit more, it would make life so much easier. Now, there's a track that you wanted me to play, right?
Which one was that?
I think it's this one right here.
Right, because that's Marcia has a track on that same rhythm.
On the same rhythm.
Right.
And you see how we like to switch it up on the Conduit Show? Marcia starts out introducing the people that influence her, the music that inspires her. She talks about Simone the whole time. Simone comes in now, and what is she playing? Marcia's track on the same rhythm. So, you know what? Let's take a listen.
Definitely. Because
we're going to listen to it. Same rhythm, different interpretation, different singer.
Last night, when you lay down next to me, baby. Last night, I can feel you becoming like a part of me. Last night, oh baby, you're driving me crazy. I can't help myself, I'm blind over you. Always giving me love and affection, and you're giving me sweet conversation. Let me know what's in your heart and on your mind. Let me know what's really mine. Show love, get me so blind in my eyes. Oh baby, I'm blind over you. Last night, when you lay down next to me, baby. Last night, I can feel you becoming like a part of me. Last night, oh baby, it's driving me crazy. I can't help myself, I'm blind over you. Ouch!
Oh my goodness, you guys, it is very steamy in the studio. These ladies are hotting up the place. Wow, I gotta say to both of you. Anyway, before I do that, let's listen to some more.
All the time, 'cause I know you're really mine, and I know our love's deep, but heaven said you were meant for me, and you for us last night.
Wow, Marcia, that one is awesome. But we got someone on the phone right now, so we're gonna play a track here. But we want Marcia to come off the phone, so we're gonna swap places because we're waiting for Marcia to. She has to leave very soon. She has to go off to her event, and she's doing double duty. Not only do we have them here interviewing or having a conversation with them, but we also have them working the phones and working the board and working the CDs, because that's how we do. That's how we do. So,
sisters, there were never such devoted sisters.
No, So, let's see if this is the track that Marcia wanted me to play. I'm not sure. Let's see. Is this it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we're going to stop it right there.
So what, live show time? Live show?
Live show
Absolutely live show time. And the reason why we're doing this is because Marcia has to leave. And we're giving the listeners of the Conduit a very, very special treat right now. Exclusive, never been done before on E2 On Air. We're going to have combination style Marcia Davis and Simone Gordon. So I'm going to quickly jump out of the way while Marcia takes my place, and then Marcia.
Stay right here, sweetie.
No. I want to make sure you got the. You're mad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to sing.
No, you're going to come here while I go behind. So when you're ready, cue up the thing, and we're going to do it right now, live and direct in the studios of E2 On Air. It's the Conduit show. Let me just give her my headset. Are you guys ready?
Good to go?
Good to go.
All right. Yes, C-Cape is popping.
Well, this rhythm is called the 1650, and it's about the 1650 people that were murdered in Jamaica in 1 year. What?
Young man, no be no bad man. 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 Have you the right to take a next man's life? And have you the need to live a life of greed? Hey, look around you, nothing has changed. We're bleeding the same blood, everyone's the same. The looting, the shooting, the killing, the maim, degrading your life just to be in the same gang. My government's lying, my sister's been crying. Every new year there's 1,000 more dying. Guaranteed, 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 guaranteed.
Simone, sing!
A man at 16, how fast they seem to grow. Thought he had to rob and steal to provide all the things that his family needed. Now he's killed an innocent, facing life. The man child cries out.
This is not how it's Well, wheel and come again, cause Simone get jacked up. Simone get jacked up. Simone get jacked up by scratchy chat.
Hey, that's what happens when it's a live show.
Live things.
I'm just blown away by it all, girl.
Sister Simone, won't you sing it for me? Yeah.
When I look into his eyes, I see the same boy that I used to know. But now the boy is a man at 16. How fast they seem to go. But he had to rob and steal to provide all the things that his family needed. Now he's killed an innocent, facing life. The man-child cries out, this is not how it's supposed to be. He had hopes of living honestly, but living life in poverty makes you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give them a helping hand so they can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. This is not how it's supposed to be. This is not how it's supposed to be. This is not how it's supposed to be. Young man, no be no bad man. Young man, no be no bad man. I said young man, don't be no bad man. Young man, don't be no bad man. No, 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 you gotta live your life cleaner. Oh yeah. This is not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, ladies. Let me come worship.
Every time, sister, every time.
Let me come worship at your feet. My goodness, ladies. That special treat. Wow, what can I say? Oh my God, my sisters. I love you.
Love it.
I love you. I mean, you know what? This is just so special. And look, it made me cry. Because this was not planned. And you know, we say thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. And it's all about the liberty.
Yes.
You know, and ladies, I want to say sometimes in life you may not get what you want, but keep trotting, as Marcia said, perseverance.
Yes. But you'll always get what you need.
True.
Remember that. You
I'm
might not get what you want, but you will get what you need.
And we know about that, right?
You know?
Even though we may complain and say, we don't have this and we don't have that. God has blessed both of you with an awesome talent, and I wish you nothing but success. But you know what? Marcia's leaving, but Simone is staying.
Right.
And
So
I want to say,
I'm just going to say my goodbyes to everyone. I just want to big up everyone that was in the chat room. C-Cape, Aki Woman, Mishy Boo, Kitty Jude, Ab Wright, the people in England, Tellboy 47, who's not actually 47, so I've been told. But I just want to say thanks so much, and thanks for the love and the levity that you've given us tonight. What good, Marcia? What you know about?
Okay, so Marcia should be able to see if you click on viewers.
Thank you, C-Cape. She's saying that he or she is saying that it was really lovely, and thanks, ladies. Thanks very much. Sister Sheron is telling us to big us all up big you up. I did already. She wasn't listening when I did that.
No, but you didn't have all the names.
There are more names. There's K-Star, my girl. Why you say, girlfriend? And Big Daddy Chris. And if that's who I think it is, big up and bless up every time, Big Daddy Chris. You know, don't know. And I'm taking over Jamrock Soul. Who is that? It better not be who I think it is, because she needs to be here right now. Keisha Martin, where you there? Bless up one RH. What is that? RHHMC.
Yes, we know who that is.
Right. Who I laugh out loud? I wonder what you laugh about, C-Cape. Me and you will talk later.
She thinks she's got my job, C-Cape, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, take over. I'm come for take over. Now, everybody have a wonderful Sunday and enjoy your work week. And I'll be catching you all on Facebook, you know, with my little rhymes and reasonings every morning. So look out for me there, and thank you so much for indulging me. Sister Simone, mwah, my girl.
Love you.
Mwah,
Yes.
all the time. Big it up. And big up Sister Sheron, Hamilton-Pearson, and the Conduit show every Sunday, 6 till 9. You don't know. Peace.
Wow, I like that. I need a drop from you, Marcia. God bless you, darling. As she makes her transition once again, I want to say big up to Marcia Davis, without whom this particular show would not be the show that it's turned out to be. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Marcia, I want to say what good. You never know, you might see me over there later on.
Okay.
I'll call you when I leave here, because I really would like to take in that show that's going on. And of course, we have another guest who's coming in, and she's got a show tonight.
Right.
At the Shrine.
One tonight.
Yeah,
Wow.
so maybe we can go take in those
It's
shows.
always good to catch some live music.
Absolutely, and you know what? That's what keeps reggae going.
Am I allowed to say something about reggae before I
Come, you haven't left yet.
Okay, I'm gonna take over, you know, but we want to say one thing about reggae music. You see, you notice how tonight it's a Sunday night, and that's when all the reggae things are going on. You know, we do have the major shows that happen in places like Amazuru and whatnot on a Saturday night, but we need to be able to bring reggae to the masses on every night of the week, and not just Sunday night we can do this, and all the weeknights, you know, because the people, they don't like us to come there through the bar business and stuff like that, that we don't really patronize the bar. Now, we're not a load of drunkards, so if everybody can just, you know, put together and try and support each and everybody's events. It doesn't mean to say you have to go to everyone, but you know, each one tell one and just send a message to somebody, say, yeah, you know, say something I go on tonight, just so we can have the numbers that will require other people, you know, to keep the thing going. So big up reggae music every time.
Absolutely, Marcia. And what a fitting swan song or goodbye speech from Marcia Davis as she makes her way out, getting herself all tarted up in her leopard skin. Look at her, real performer, right, Simone?
I'm telling you.
But you two go back a long way, so you have to deal with it,
no,
right?
That's my sister.
But Simone, I have your CD here. Which track do you want me to play? Because I need to catch my breath after that. Bye, sweetheart. Take care, darling.
Oh gosh. Well, you know what we'll do? I'll give you you feel like going to a little R&B kind of vibe?
Hey, yeah.
I brought a track that I did. It's more of an R&B feel.
Yeah.
But just to show you there's some versatility amongst we Caribbean people, amongst we reggae people. It's not just always reggae. We do other things as well.
I love that.
So just check this track. Straight live band, live musicians playing in a jam room, and we did this track. So I hope you can
run it.
Feel it.
I remember you told me how it was for you before. You were mistreated. She even changed the lock on your door. Believe me, I understand what you've been through. And I know you think it may happen again to you. Though you were hurt and treated like a fool. Don't think I'll do the same, 'cause I know that ain't cool. So come lay down beside me and rest your weary head, and I'll show you how a man like you should be treated instead. It must have been hard, every day and every night. Must have been cold, so cold, with no one by your side. You could have been with her, but she never did you right. But now you're here with me, baby. I'm so glad you're mine, oh mine. Don't worry, I was there a little while ago myself. Said I wasn't gonna be alone and didn't need nobody else. You can't judge anyone by the choices they make, 'cause life gives you a second chance to right your mistake. From a woman's point of view, she played you so well and had you believing all women were living hell. She's gotta be hurt because she let you go. A good man like you deserves so much more. It must have been hard, must have been cold, so cold, with no one by your side. You could have been with her, but she never did you right. But now you're here with me, baby. I'm so glad you're mine, oh mine. Always two sides to a story. I believe what you told me. From a woman to a woman, she should know that you never, ever let a good man go. And I'll never let you go, baby, I know. It must have been hard, must have been cold, so cold, with no one. You could have been with her. You could have been. You could have
my goodness. Is that Simone Gordon singing on that?
That was me.
Wow, that is a beautiful song, Simone.
We do it all different styles.
I mean, talk about versatility. You know, when I was listening to that track, you reminded me of Carolyn Franklin, Aretha Franklin's sister.
Aretha's sister. Wow, that's quite a compliment.
I really like that. You know, I think I like you singing.
That style?
If that's an example, I think I like that style of you singing.
Well.
Wow, yes, just showing the versatility of the women in reggae.
That's right.
Simone Gordon in the studio with me right now. It's 7:47. It's a Sunday evening, and of course, to everyone who's logged into the chat room, guests and people who are logged in, I'll be giving you a shout out too. You're listening to Sheron P as she chats with Simone Gordon, her second guest, and there's one more to come. Simone, how long have you been singing?
Wow, well,
professionally.
If I tell you how long, it might show my age. No, it's been a little while now. I mean, I actually started out in theater, straight classical theater.
Really?
Yeah, like Shakespeare and all that stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who knew that about Simone Gordon, that she is an actress?
Yeah, that's
or
what
as
the
I
first
say, actor.
Either way.
Right. So how did you make the transition into singing?
I always secretly loved to sing, but was always too shy to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd always get nervous. I could get up on stage and act a fool and say my lines and do all of that, no problem. But when it came to actually opening my mouth and using my own voice, I would just be shaken.
Do you remember the first time?
Oh, absolutely, because I cried and my stomach did flips and nothing came out.
Seriously? Was that in New York?
This was in Miami where I was going to school.
Right.
But fortunately, I had some very supportive classmates who allowed me to stand there and go through the process over and over until I got more comfortable with it.
And thank God to those sympathetic classmates.
Very, they were.
Because we wouldn't have you now.
If they had laughed at me, I probably would have just went running. But
that really is amazing. Who knew? And from that, and I think I'm about to cough, so
it's okay. From that, I went into musical theater, actually, and I came to New York to go to school for musical theater, which I did for quite some time, regional tours and things like that. And did classical training, classical voice, opera, and due to my sister, who is very much involved in the reggae world, she kind of dragged me.
Do you want to, you know what, you wanted to boss it, and of course I was saving that tidbit until later on in the interview, but come on, you know, Simone, let's just put it out there. Who is your sister?
Well, the sister I'm speaking of is Miss Sharon Gordon of CPR, TSO,
and of course TSOP,
and of Reggae Calling,
and E2 on Air.
E2 on Air, yes.
Absolutely, and we want to say big up to Sharon Gordon.
Yes, definitely. Love you, sis.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that sweet? Of course, Simone Gordon is Sharon Gordon's sister.
Yes.
So Sharon was instrumental in putting you out there?
She dragged me around with her to all the shows that she was promoting or working on, and she would throw me up on the stage to sing.
Wow.
And then eventually I started backing up other people, and that's how I got into the whole reggae
Right, because
world.
I'm just looking at your bio here, and you've sung background singer. You've acted as a background singer for some very, very illustrious people. Foremost of those is, of course, Burning Spear. How was that experience?
Well, that was a beautiful experience. I recorded with Burning Spear on his Our Music album.
His Grammy Award?
Yes.
So does that mean you got a Grammy too?
No.
Oh, I thought that's how it worked. If you collaborated on something that got a Grammy, you got one too?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, shucks.
The backup singers don't get anything. No.
What? Don't you have a union or something, Simone?
Oh, gosh, not for that project, no.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's something to look into next time, right?
Maybe.
Okay, so you actually collaborated with him on his Grammy Award album, which was what, Our Music?
Yes, Our Music, that album. Myself and a few other ladies as well, Joanne Williams and some other women were brought together to work on that album. So that was a great honor for
Now
me.
you also here, you've worked with Third World, right? Stephen, or was it just Stephen?
It was just Cat Core. He was doing a project with a gentleman named Donahue Jarrett.
Yes,
right.
yes.
And it was Cat Core and Donahue, and we had a show here in New York, and I was doing the background vocals for them on that show.
But let me also mention some of these other names here. Damon Jr. Gong Marley.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bushman.
Yes.
Glenn Washington.
Yeah, back in the
The
day.
Meditations.
Yes.
But you're too young.
The first and only female to ever sing with the Meditations. Because, you know, Meditations has always been a male harmony
dominated
group.
Wow.
No deviation from that. But I was very fortunate to be asked by Ansel to come along and do shows with them.
That's
Missy
an honor.
in the chat room is saying Ernie Smith.
Yes, and Ernie Smith,
as well.
absolutely. Yeah, the last CPR event when Ernie Smith received that Pinnacle Award, that honor.
Yes.
I saw you there
singing
Back Up for Ernie Smith.
Yeah.
And you also backed Big Youth.
Yes, on that evening.
On that tour too. More recently, you've been touring with another big name out there. You want to talk to us about that, Simone?
Well, for the past 4 years or so, I've been out on the road with Stephen Marley.
Wow.
And that's been a God-blessed experience.
Because he's toured all over the world, right?
Yes, we've gone, Europe and US and back again. Very fortunate.
Now, Simone, I know that you are not a full-time singer, right?
I would love to be a full-time singer, but sometimes the singing doesn't, let's say, pay the bills all the time as we would like it to, or it's not as constant as we would like it to be. So you have to do something else in the meanwhile to make things work.
And what is that something else that you do?
I call it my my hustle. I'm a flight attendant, actually.
Which, you know, people will think that that's a glamorous job in itself, right?
I tell people all the time, it's not as glamorous as you think.
So tell me, have you ever wanted to pull the emergency door and slide down that chute? I've been dying to ask.
You know, it's one of those things that we all joke about, and we
he did
all
it.
say on our last day that's how we're gonna go.
With a bottle of beer in the hand, right?
Exactly, just
down the
like
emergency
that.
chute.
Yeah, and so he did it.
I want to ask you, and you probably haven't read this book, but when I was younger, one of the books that really left an imprint on me was a book. It's kind of like a pulp fiction or trashy novel called Coffee, Tea or Me, which I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Which kind of relates the experiences of flight attendants, and it's a great book to read.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm
and that
thinking
was
about
back in the era where being a flight attendant was
more
more glamorous.
glamorous.
You wore the high go-go boots and the hats, and you know you had
don't
to
wear
be
that?
Not anymore.
So I'm not going to say
anymore.
who you work with, because I guess you don't want anybody calling you and saying, can you hook me up?
Yeah,
With
but
some-
it's a prominent airline that has TVs on board, so most people who fly know who that might be.
Right. But of course, your first love, is it acting or singing?
Oh gosh, my first love, I would probably say it's music, really, honestly and truly.
And you're, again, if you just logged into the chat room, I'm talking with Simone Gordon, and she's classically trained. How would you define yourself? What's your singing style?
That's tough. That's been a question I've been asking myself for a long time, because I do like so many different styles of music. I grew up listening to so many different genres of music, everything from Pat Benatar, to Sarah Vaughan, to Billie Holiday, to Nina Simone, it was just everything that I listened to. So it's hard sometimes to say what my style is. I just sing. And
you just sing.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
Why put yourself in a box?
Yeah.
I like that. RHHMC is saying Simone is a wonderful singer. And
well,
yes,
thank you.
RHHMC, we really do agree with you,
Thank you so
on that. So, you know what? Instead of us chatting, I think we should play something else. We heard that wonderful track from you just now. What was the name of that track,
That
Simone?
one was called Must Have Been Hard.
And that was Simone coming to you in a...
more of an R&B style. It was actually written by a gentleman named Ed Brown. But it's funny because he wrote it from as if it was his current wife speaking to him.
Oh.
Because he had been in a relationship in the past with a woman that wasn't so good to him. But he's a good man, you know, so he wrote it as if it was his current wife now, because she appreciates him and she values him. And
it's a love story.
It must have been hard for him to go through that relationship because he is a good man, and we have to, you know, value those men.
But you know what? So many women don't realize that there are a lot of good men out there looking for good women. I don't know how the good men end up with the women who are not so good.
I don't know.
And the good women end up with the men who are not so good. I just wish there would be a shift, a paradigm to make them get together somehow.
You know, it would be nice, I think, if that could happen for people, because, you know, good people deserve to find other good people.
And maybe they'll find it when they're listening to Simone's music. That would be nice too, right?
That would be nice.
What track are you going to play for us next, Simone?
Well, I figured I'll bring you, this one is actually an Owen Dollhouse production track. It's a different style as well, because it's more of an orchestrated track. There's a live saxophone on there, and I'll let you hear it. It's one of those.
Okay, so we're gonna play this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't wanna lose you. I love you as you are. I don't wanna lose you. I couldn't love you more. Tell me, love will remain, though we may change. Who do you think you are? Who do you wanna be? You're the only one that really knows. Maybe you'll be surprised after you.
Okay, I think CPR1, Simone is the best singer in the world, and we want to say big up to CPR1. Click cancel, and someone, I can't see who it is, wanted to pull up. So we're going to pull up because you requested it, so we're going to give it to you.
Lose you. I love you as you are. I don't wanna lose you. I couldn't love you more. Tell me, love will remain, though we may change. Who do you think you are? Who do you wanna be? You're the only one that really knows. Maybe you'll be surprised after your search is through. Then you'll find you've just been chasing you. Believe me, I understand the visions of your mind, but I'm so afraid that the man you'll find may not need a girl like me. I don't wanna lose you. I love you as you are. I don't wanna lose you. I couldn't love you more. Tell me, love will remain, though we may change. I really think that you.
CPR1, we can hear you, we can see you, but there's an issue with Simone responding to you in the chat room, and we didn't want to interrupt this beautiful music, but since you're screaming out loud for attention, we're giving it to you now. Yes, we understand your request that you're making, and you're now upsetting everybody else in the chat room because we're interrupting.
Stop the music.
Yeah, okay, so we see you there.
The typewriter's not working.
Just cool
Sorry.
down. The chat room is not
No,
working
it's
for
not.
us.
Secrets of your mind, but you've gotta try. Yet I realize, and I'll help you all I can. I don't wanna lose you. I love you as you are. I don't wanna lose you. I couldn't love you more. Tell me, love will remain, though we may change.
Okay, Simone. Okay, Simone. I love that. Like I said to you, I think I really, really love you singing like the R&B
Yeah.
kind of tracks there. But of course, I haven't heard you singing reggae. Well, I've heard you singing reggae in concert.
Yeah.
But not right here. So maybe I should reserve judgment. And I want to say hi to CPR1 in the chat room, who's crying out for attention. Of course, that's a special relationship to my guest in the chat room.
And Mishibu, greetings. Thank you.
So that song that you did there, Simone, that was a Phyllis Hyman.
Yes, I did that based on Phyllis Hyman's version of that song. I think the original might have even been the Spinners, but Phyllis's version is the one that I really just love.
And you did it so well.
Thank you.
I love that.
Well, it was beautifully orchestrated by Mr. Dollhouse, and when you have strings and flutes and saxophones, it makes you want to sing.
And here's a lady who knows about her music because, of course, I keep saying it, she was classically trained. Of course, she was pushed by her sister, Sharon Gordon.
Push that hard. She didn't push
Sharon
that hard.
Gordon, who kind of really just said, well, if you're going to do this thing, you're going to do it to the best of your ability.
Yes, definitely.
And it shows in the quality of the work.
Yeah.
That's the end product, Simone. So far, what you've played, and I know the listeners in the chat room are going crazy because I'm just hearing beautiful, great voice, lovely singing. Mishibu says, this was beautiful, Simone. I need a copy for my show. Okay, wow. And more saying, I'm a sucker for strings and serious horn section.
Yes.
And more, I second you on that one. I'm a horn player, but I can't play at all. But I just love the saxophone. I went out and bought myself a saxophone.
What?
Absolutely. One of these days, I'm going to bring it to the Conduit show and blow you all away.
What?
And if you believe, no, I really do have a saxophone. I can't play.
Go for it.
I play by ear.
Well, that's fabulous.
But I would love to be able to read the notes, but they're all heads, you know.
Oh,
anyway,
gosh.
anyway, so maybe we can do a jam session.
Yeah, definitely.
One day.
Absolutely, that would be great.
Simone is she's just humoring me.
No, I mean, I think it's wonderful because it's once you can pick up an instrument that you love, even if you don't get it perfectly and you're not fabulous at it, but there's something that it does for your soul as you try to work through it and to learn it and just getting the music out. Even if it's not perfect, it's still beautiful.
And it's called passion, right?
Yeah.
And you can hear that passion in the music of Simone Gordon. Simone, do you have any albums that are out?
Well,
have you released anything?
I'm working on my album now. I'm definitely in the studio right now putting some tracks together, and I'm working with a gentleman named Earth. He actually worked on Nasio Fontaine's Living in the Positive album. And we're coming up with some really nice, smoothed out, Sade kind of feel tracks. And as soon as I get them all done and ready, we'll bring them over to you.
Right. And I know, Simone, that there were some comments in the chat room that we were trying to respond to, but we're having some issues with logging in so that Simone can can type her response. So we're going to just do it that she's going to speak her responses to all of you in the chat room. So if you've got a comment that you want to direct or a question you want to direct to Simone, then please go ahead. RHHMC is saying, is Simone going to be doing any more possible work with the Marleys besides singing background?
You never know what the future may hold. Yes, production wise, you never know what might happen by the time the album drops. So we're keeping our fingers crossed and keeping the positive vibes in the air.
Absolutely. We're putting it out there in the atmosphere.
Definitely.
And it's definitely going to come back because it's the Conduit show and it flows from us to you and back to us. That's the premise of the Conduit show.
Definitely.
Simone, I mean, you're not leaving, so don't look like I'm wrapping up the interview
it's okay.
at all.
It's okay.
As Marcia said as she was leaving, and that was the first guest in the trilogy of women on the Conduit show today, she really made a plea for the listeners out there and the general public to support live music. There's a lot of live music going on, especially in New York.
Yeah.
And Simone, you're part of that too.
Yeah, I try to definitely, whether I'm backing someone up or whatever it might be, even if I'm not, I still try to go and catch a show if I'm in town, and just to support the thing, because if we don't support our own thing, how we can
it's
expect
going to die.
anybody else to support
It's
it.
absolutely going to
So,
die.
yeah.
And you know, the thing that I see is you don't need to send for artists from overseas. The talent is right here in your own backyard. Just open your eyes, listen to the wonderful singing that, you know, that mini concert that you guys got that you were so privileged to. If you just logged into the chat room, you missed it. Actually, we had Marcia Davis and Simone Gordon singing live. They both premiered, what can I say, tracks that have not been heard before. Maybe we can tease them and give them a little taster. So CPR, well, you know, CPR1 probably knows that track, right?
Yeah,
so definitely. Simone, we've heard two kind of R&B even tracks from you, and I know that you also do a lot of reggae music.
Yeah, but and I'll let you hear. I have a track that's the groove was actually based on the Shine Eyed Gal groove, and but they put a nice piano.
Say that again.
Shine Eyed Gal.
You know, Simone is like one of those. I don't want to offend anybody. One of those very so proper ladies.
It's okay.
Shine Eyed Girl, she says.
Yeah, I said
Say
gal.
it again.
I
No,
said
you
Shine-Eyed
didn't.
gal.
Okay. So it's an
It's okay, I
uptown
get
lady
it all the
coming
time.
downtown.
Exactly, I get it all the time. Uptown in the house.
But
yes.
that's you, and don't change who you
Speaky,
are.
spooky, and all of that stushness. I get it all the time, and people would never know.
You can
yes,
get down
very
and dirty.
Proper, Kitty. Yes, very
Can
proper.
you?
What when you see me down in Jamaica, I sit down on the sidewalk.
All right.
Same way I drink a coconut water and eat the jelly and all them things there. So
what you say?
Trust me.
I love it. I love it. A down-to-earth sister who's not afraid.
No, gosh, why? How can you
to be yourself?
Oh, you just have to do it.
And I love the fact, Simone, that you mentioned earlier on that you refuse to be pigeonholed. So you're not going to say, I am a fill-in-the-blank singer.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather somebody else just fill it in for themselves. I'm just going to sing it, and you hear it, and you decide what you think about it. I don't think I should have to pass any judgment and say, oh, I fit into this category or that category. I've racked my brain for very long trying to do that, to say, where do I fit? Where do I fit? And you know what? Sometimes you just really don't fit.
Absolutely.
And okay, so you just keep going, and maybe you have to pave a new way. And you know, I was listening to an interview with a gentleman by the name of A.J. Brown out of Jamaica. Great singer. Fabulous singer, and he was one of the I think to this day probably the only Jamaican artist to headline in Las Vegas on a regular basis.
I'm trying to think. No, I think there's another one, but the name
After
escapes
him?
me. After him,
After
probably.
him.
After
Okay,
him,
but
yes.
I'm sure
yeah,
he was
you're
probably
right.
the first at the MGM Grand. He was headlining, and he was out there doing his thing in Vegas. And I'm like, you know, look at that. That's reggae music. That's a Jamaican man, and he's out there in a
Vegas.
whole different field. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so why not?
Absolutely. Don't limit yourself.
Definitely.
The possibilities, Simone, are endless, and they're absolutely endless for you.
Thank
but
you.
I'm dying to hear.
Okay, let's hear this track.
The
This
reggae
one is
track.
a little bit more groovy reggae for you. All right?
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Run the track.
I know that it's over, but I can't believe we're through. They say that time's a healer, yeah, and I'm better without you. It's gonna take time, I know, but I'll get over you. Look at my life, look at my heart. I have seen them fall apart. Now I'm ready to rise again. you won't catch me when I fall. No, no. Look at my life, look at my heart. I have seen them fall apart. Now I'm ready to rise again. Look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from the seam. Now I'm ready to rise again. Look at my life, look at my heart. I have seen them fall apart. Now I'm ready to rise again. Look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from the seams. Now I'm ready to rise again. Ready, ready, ready. Now I'm ready to rise again. Look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from the seams. Now I'm ready to rise again. Rise, rise, rise.
Wow, what a way to end a song. Rise. You want to do it for me?
Rise, rise, rise. And I'm actually, it's going down, even though I'm saying rise and it's going down. But it's,
juxtaposition. She's singing rise but lowering her voice. And you know what I noticed listening to that one, Simone? It's not formulaic reggae.
Yeah, I would say no, it's not. I mean, you've got the definitely that bass line that we know, you know, that keeps it driving. Someone in this chat room said it feels like it's jogging. Yeah, that keeps you kind of pumping. But then you've got the lovely piano, grand piano,
The
over
jazzy
the top
kind
of
of feel over
Yeah.
the top of it.
Mhm.
And I really think that really is an example to people who are coming into the business. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can be as individual as a Simone Gordon, a Marcia Davis, and my next guest, who's going to be coming to the studio also, a Keisha Martin.
Definitely.
And I love the flavor that these three women are bringing to the local reggae scene.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
It's all different, all varied, and that's, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? You get such a wide variety just right here in New York.
So, Simone, I want to ask you, do you ever get, not a fight, but do you ever meet skeptics who say, oh, you need to do it this way, or you need to look a certain way?
Oh gosh,
Tell us about that.
Of course you do. I mean, you're always going to meet people who have their ideas on how things should be, and that, okay, this is the formula and this is how it works, and you know, yeah, you're gonna always run into people like that, but you just have to stand your ground and know yourself, be confident in yourself, and say, you know what, no thank you, on to the next one. You know, you might meet somebody else down the line, so you don't just have to follow what everybody says. If you feel it in your heart that you want to go a certain way, just go that way.
And I love the fact that you're bringing that quiet strength. You don't have to be braggadocious. My third
Someone
guest
says
just
humble,
kind of
thank you.
walked into the studio and walked back out. I guess she's going to powder her nose. But yes, Simone, I love that, you know, in the three women that I'm here honoring today, three completely different personalities. Yes, Shaquita is saying it's strange watching Simone because I keep seeing Sharon. Yes, the
Yes.
resemblance is there.
Anyone who knows my sister, yes, we look
You
alike.
can see the resemblance. But you know what I love about Simone is that you always, whenever I see you, you have that regal air about you. You're not. No, Sharon. Well, I'm not going to get into that. That's between sisters. CPR1 is saying she's more beautiful. Okay, you two sisters can sort that out. Chiquita's saying they even move their mouth the same way. Oh my goodness! For someone who's listening to the Conduit show and not necessarily in the chat room,
I know they're not.
They're looking at Simone Gordon, who is my guest right now, and comparing her to one of the E2 on air presenters right here, Sheron Gordon, and it's quite uncanny, really.
I know.
But
I know.
you lot need to behave yourselves while I'm talking to Simone. Stop, please. I was saying, Simone, that when I've seen you, you've held yourself in such a regal way that it makes people want to find out who you are. Tell the listeners of the Conduit and me one thing about you that we wouldn't know that might surprise us. We know you're classically trained, so
Yes.
you can't say that. We know you're an air stewardess, so you can't say that.
One thing that they wouldn't know about me is that I deep down in my heart of hearts, I am a diehard revolutionary. And when it comes time for things to be and to jump off, I am down to fight for the cause. And if we have to come to arms, we have to bear arms and stand up for what is right and just and true, and for our families and for ourselves. And a lot of people may not know that, but deep down inside, it's straight
revolutionary. So it's power to the people, but not in a braggadocious way.
No, you may never know. I mean, I have a song that I wrote. It's called "Ride or Die."
You don't have that track with you?
I do have it. Some people say it's a gun tune.
Where is it? Let's play it. I want to say good evening to Keisha Martin, who is here in the studio. Yeah, you know the madness is gonna start. If you notice, the interviews were done specially. We had Marcia with the madness, then we had Simone to calm it down, and then the madness is gonna start again. With Keisha. But we want to play that "Ride or Die."
And just. When you listen to it, listen to the words, because a lot of people say, "Boy, Simone, you write a gun tune," and it's not just that. So make sure you do tune into the words.
What track is it, Simone?
It should be number 8 here.
Okay, so let me just put this up here.
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna take woman for idiot. Me are the original ride or die chick, yeah? 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Don't let me pretty looks and me sweet talk fool you. I'm a rebel to the core, so make me school ya. Me love me family, me liberty, me rights and freedom. At them things me value, me no rap to defend them. Nobody checks them in nice. True me smile so bright, hey. Me mother sleep with me around under a pillow. I saw me go so no me wouldn't rap to kill you. Before you blink twice, gunshot in the night. 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Now people will see me and think say me soft. Through me wear lipstick, I ill and me not talk. But never you judge a book by its cover. The current run fast and deep in this just the water. The 9 by my side, you know it make the danger. All bad mind confusion people them to scatter. 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? Yes, and more. You said pull it up, pull it up. Oh gosh, Mishibu says I'm spitting fire, and yes, it is me. Just letting you know when it comes to liberties, rights, and freedoms. Yeah, sometimes we have to stand up for what's right, ride or die.
And you heard it right here on the Conduit Show, people.
I wanna take woman for idiot. Me are the original ride or die chick, yeah? 2 gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. Two gunman in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Don't let me pretty looks and me sweet talk fool you. I'm a rebel to the core, so make me school ya. Me love me family, me liberty, me rights and freedom. At them things me value, me no rap to defend them. Nobody checks them in nice. True, me smile so bright, hey. Me mother sleep with her own under a pillow. I saw me go, so no me wouldn't rap to kill you. Before you blink twice, gunshot in the night. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Now people will see me and think say me soft. Through me wear lipstick, I eat and me not talk. But never you judge a book by its cover. The current run fast and even this just the water. The 9 by my side, you know it make the danger. All bad mind confusion people them fi scatter. Two gunman in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. Two gunman in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Just like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, me and my man back to back, cover fire when he rolls. Me have that, we no like to see people laid out flat. But if you bring trouble, come we a go deal with that. I'm a rebel to the core, so make me school you. Don't make me pretty looks and me sweet talk fool you. Me love me family, me life and me freedom. At them things they value, me no rap to defend them. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure, for sure. Two gunmen in a town, coming to shoot my man down. Now who you think them find when them bust the door? And me I hold it down for sure.
We're gonna talk. Yes. Okay, Simone.
The chat room is going crazy right now. Oh my goodness. Simone shocked me.
Kitty Jules is saying, love the split personality. No, she doesn't have a split personality. She's versatile.
It's all one, all one. It's just yeah.
This is the many sides of Simone. And this is an artist.
Only you get it here on the Conduit show.
Bust on the Conduit. Wow, because I know people are going to be asking you, Simone, where can they get this music?
Wow, well, this one isn't even really done and out of the box yet. So this one was still fresh. But eventually by the summer, we're looking to have it all packaged up nicely
in an
bring
album
it to you. Yes.
Make sure you don't forget the Conduit.
Oh gosh, how
well,
could
I know
ever?
CPR1 is going to get it first, right? Yes, CPR1. She says it's not split personality, it's versatility. We said it the same time.
Yes, definitely.
Great minds think alike. Wow, my next guest is in the studio, but I'm not saying goodbye to
No, I'm gonna
Simone.
hang for a little bit because CPR1 says big up Keisha.
Yes, CPR1 is saying big up Keisha. They can see Miss Keisha Martin in the background. But wait a minute, what happened to this thing here? So now everything just popped down. What is this for me?
Don't do it, don't.
Wow, and you know what? I don't think my British family are still in the chat room. I don't think they are. But we want to just do a roll call. Aki Woman, Big Daddy Chris C, K-Star, Kitty Judds. Marquez,
Mishibu, RHHMC, Cheryl 1, Shikita T,
and the 7 guests. The 7 guests who are logged in, we want to say thank you so much.
And what is this we're supposed to be saying here?
Simone is supposed to do an announcement.
She has me working here now, folks. Okay, all right, I'll give you, because you know I do voiceovers as well.
So do I.
Yeah. So,
we need to collaborate.
We'll do the voiceover thing.
Absolutely.
Save the date. Team Jamaica Bickle Annual Pen Relays Reception, Tuesday, April 12, 2011. Special invited guest, Jamaican Olympic champion, Mr. Donald Quarry. Make sure you save the date.
And where is that going to take place?
Sullivan Hall, 214 Sullivan Street, New York City, New York, 10012, between Bleecker Street and West 3rd Street. Time is 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Admission is only your donation. They're celebrating 17 years of service to our athletes, our ambassadors.
Wow.
You can RSVP there.
Yes.
Yes. Where can
you
they
can RSVP on that one to Team Jamaica Bickle, that's all one word, teamjamaicabickle@gmail.com, or you can telephone them at 718-523-2861. Don't forget, support that one. We're supporting our athletes from Jamaica as they come up for pen relays.
Yes.
That's a big event coming up, and that event is taking place Tuesday, April the 12th at Sullivan Hall. People, I want to say, Simone, thank you, but no, I still haven't finished with you. Don't run. Do not go anywhere. Keisha, I know Keisha is on a time limit, but I'm asking her indulgence for a quick second while which one we're going to do? We're going to do this one? Not supposed to. Okay, Keisha, behave yourself with your computer around there, please. Thank you.
Don't beat me, lady.
Okay. And this is the one that we're going to end with for Simone's little section. But she's still going to be in the chat room. She's still going to be here with us, guys. So what's happening here? It not playing? Oh, I think because I turned it down. Duh. So we're going to start it again. All right, yes.
One more time.
Oh, man, I love this rhythm here. I call it the 1650 rhythm.
Yeah, you can
and
call it that.
this is the piece CPR one that you missed live in the studio.
Yes.
That was a classic.
Done by both Marcia and I live.
I didn't miss that. I saw that.
She was logged in. This one in the back here, who's supposed to be on her way.
We tape the show here, right? Things are taped?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes.
hopefully, maybe we can catch it online.
Anyway, yes. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring it up, right? And it's, of course, the song Not Supposed to Be.
This is not how it's supposed to be. He had hopes of living honestly, but living life in poverty makes you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give him a helping hand so he can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. When I look into his eyes, I see the same boy that I used to know. But now the boy is a man at 16. How fast they seem to grow. Thought he had to rob and steal to provide all the things that his family needed. Now he's killed an innocent, facing life. The man-child cries out, this is not how it's supposed to be. He had hopes of living honestly, but living life in poverty makes you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give him a helping hand so he can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. This is not how it's supposed to be. He had hopes of living honestly, but living life in poverty makes you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give him a helping hand so he can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. A father leaves his wife and children back home. He goes off to the land of opportunity. He works hard, sends his money home. On that they can count with a surety. A few weeks left before his return. God had blessed him with all that he'd earned. Ring, ring, she gets a phone call one night. A gunman took his life, and she cried out, this is not how it's supposed to be. He you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give them a helping hand so they can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. This is not how it's supposed to be. He had hopes of living honestly, but living life in poverty makes you do some things you can't conceive. This is not how it's supposed to end. Dear God, give them a helping hand so they can mend the pieces torn apart, torn apart, torn apart. Ooh, yeah. This is not how it's supposed to be. No, this is not how it's supposed to end. This is not how it's supposed to be. No, no, this is not how it's supposed to end. No, 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 no. Ooh, yes, it's not how it's supposed to end.
And we're coming down on that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful track there from Simone Gordon. And it's not supposed to be. And I will forever call it the 1650 rhythm. And as you can all see, if you're sitting in the chat room, I have another guest. Simone, we just did a quick turnaround. And sitting right next to me right now is Keisha Martin. Good evening, Keisha.
Good evening, Sharon. Good
How
evening.
are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
I'm
man.
glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
But you want to say hi to the listeners of the Conduit show?
Definitely hi to everybody in the chat room. Aki Woman, C Skip, Kitty Judd, what's going on? K Star, I see you. What's going on, Mishy Boo? Everybody in the chat room, lodge up yourself. Keisha Martin, the Queen of Jamrock Soul, is in the building.
Rup, 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 rup. So, Keisha, why do they call you Queen of Jamrock Soul?
You know, why do they call me Queen of Jamrock Soul? Because my music is a fusion between R&B, soul, hip hop, and reggae. So Jamrock is the significant piece.
Does that mean Jamaican rock? Yeah. Oh.
That's what it is.
And you know, again, we're reinforcing. If you notice the common thread, people, with all of my ladies that I'm bigging up for International Women's Month, and of course for the month of March, the DJs and presenters on E2 On Air have been paying their own special tributes, and I wanted to kick it off or send it off with a bang. Definitely. And I got 3 amazing ladies.
I was honored when you called me, by the way.
No, the honor is mine, Keisha. The honor is mine, and the honor is mine, Simone. And for Marcia, the honor is mine. I'm sitting here and I got goosebumps because I don't think people realize the talent. You know, they say, Keisha, fly never know the use of him tail. No, sorry, cow never know the use of him tail till fly bite it off. That we have this wonderful talent. And when I say talent, these ladies are so creative and so original. If you notice, none of them are singing the same kind of music. And that's really why they have my respect. Big up to all the other local reggae artists, female artists out there. But these were the 3 that I managed to coerce to come into the Conduit studios.
Appreciate it. Like I said, I am honored because at the end of the day, you know, I appreciate when people recognize real music with substance, because me nah knock nobody else on what them I do, but at the end of the day, respect is due, and you know, you identify with, you know, us as a, you know, conglomerate that are doing things out the box. So I appreciate that.
Out the box, because that's what's going to keep the music alive. I think you have to experiment, you have to push the envelope. Absolutely. Because had it not been a pushing of the envelope, we wouldn't have reggae music right now.
Absolutely.
Had the Jamaican artists not decided, you know what, we're tired of the R&B that's imported from America, let's make our own music, that we have the ching, I can't do it because I'm not a musician. But you know what I mean? From ska to rock steady, eventually to the rude boy music, reggae, which a lot of people didn't know. Reggae back in the day was rude boy music. There's a lot of discussion going on about this and that and the other. But the Conduit show, we choose to focus on the positive that's happening right now, and we're celebrating in the person of the three ladies who've been guests. Anyway, too much talking from Sheron P.
Never too much talking. We're always
Keisha,
always open and ready.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I don't even know where to start with you, Miss Lady. But first of all, we're going to say you're wearing a T-shirt. Would you like to explain what
it says? Here comes trouble. I mean, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't shake up some things, and that's what I'm about. You know,
mix it up.
Even in my music. So.
Okay, so talking about your music, Keisha, we're going to jump straight into it because you know what? It's 8:38. I can't believe it. The time just went.
And I apologize for being tardy, everyone. I was supposed to be here earlier. Hail up yourself. RHHMC. Definitely big up yourself. I see you.
Yeah, because you're doing a show.
Huh?
You're doing a show tonight, right?
Yes, I'll be at the Shrine Lounge in Harlem right after this. Do I run on? Big up to my boy Thesis, who's in the building, who's performing with me tonight.
Okay,
Definitely.
so how do we want to do this? We want to do Keisha first, and then we're gonna bring in. Yes,
and you get to hear the song with him on it, and that's like a new joint. And this is your feature.
How are you?
Lord, this is my producer, the producer for the song.
Oh my God.
Howdy do, folks.
Wow. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on?
BG's in the building.
Hi, TG. Nice to meet you. BG. I'm so sorry.
Andre Lloyd. But BG.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
And
that's my producer working on my album with me.
Okay, so you're working on an album too.
Right now.
So that's the other thread that's common to all three ladies.
It's about to hit the street.
They're all working on albums, and I can't wait for those albums to drop. But you're gonna come in? Come on in. Can you squeeze? It's tight.
We're good.
It's tight. But you know what? You can just lean on the door. Okay, that will work. So, Keisha, we want to jump straight into the music because I'm looking at the time. It's 8:39, and there's a lot that we got to cover. So, you've given me the CD.
You put it in.
It's in. What you want to hear? Which number?
Run
the first track?
From one to wherever.
From one to whatever?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so you know what, people? Keisha Martin is in the building.
I'm in
now,
here.
so be prepared for the madness to start. Okay, let me see. Let's just do this and do that.
From the moment that I looked in your eyes, I saw something special. A man like you, I need in my life, giving me all your attention. And when it feels like the world's closing in, I just need a friend to turn to. I'll stand by you in your darkest hour, show you every day I love you. See, I don't need no fancy car, no diamond ring. Just the way you are, I'm willing to accept you. If this is love, don't make me wait. If this is love, tell me you'll stay. If this is love, don't make me wait. If this is love, tell me you'll stay. No wanna run, we need a part-time lover. Appreciate a woman, not a wanna be player. Got to be smart and them have to be a soldier. Yeah, you're not afraid to tell me how you feel. Got a sense of humor.
Okay, so I've been directed by Keisha Martin. She's very bossy, you know. She's very, very bossy.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Do you remember the first show we did together?
It was backstage.
No, it was the show here. The first show when you were,
yeah.
I think, my first or second guest.
Yeah,
when I was
I
on.
co-hosted with you that.
Yes,
yes,
do you remember?
I remember.
The craziness, the madness. And so, Keisha, you know, it's so nice to see you. I don't live in Brooklyn, so I don't get to see you all the time. But, yeah. Anyway, I digressed. This Is Love. Is that the name of that track?
If This Is Love.
If This Is Love.
Yes.
And Keisha, it's awesome.
Produced by BG, the gentleman you saw in the back. Great producer. My producer extraordinaire in the building. But the people them seeing about, so yeah, I'd fuck.
Greetings, world.
Okay, so that's BG, producer in the house.
In the building, yes.
With Miss Keisha Martin. Big up on that production there. It's an awesome song. And when you see Keisha do this live, she's an awesome performer. Like the two ladies who have been before. Like I said, there's a thread that unites them all. These ladies have some serious talent. I want you all to know that. This is not lip service. This is not lip service. It's about bigging up the women and bigging up the women who don't get the big ups they deserve. Because these ladies work hard. They're out there on their grind. Some of them have full-time jobs, and they do this not just because of the love, not because they have a talent, but because the passion. And them good too. And I'm talking right now with Keisha Martin, who is one of them good one too. Keisha, wow, I love that track. I love the way the treatment on that one. But we got so many other tracks that we got to play. And you know I got to hear you live. And of course we have to talk about that lady.
Who is the unmentionable? She who remains to be nameless.
She who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
She said one.
Yo,
yes.
and more. Listen, you know you guys haven't seen me, but that's because I got kidnapped. I'm gonna tell y'all about that later. You understand me? Somebody put me in a suitcase and tie me up and carry me to Africa. But then we're gonna talk about that later.
Was there a donkey involved in that?
Yeah.
I kind of figured so.
And
but
rims and all that. Donkeys on 20s, like real crazy.
Keisha, I told you the madness is gonna start when Keisha Martin is in the house. Keisha, we want to bring it back to the music because really that's what brought you to my attention.
Definitely.
I think apart from your crazy personality, but it's all about the music. The music, as Chris Brown said. Let's talk about the album.
Talk about the album.
Let's talk about the music.
Yes, we're going to talk about the music because people need to focus more upon the music and the content. I think people are more engaged in the hype of the music and the people who are not in it for the longevity and them just want fly-by-night thing and it's just a hype and the glitz and the glamour, but they don't understand this thing here. Yeah, people might have good voices. There's 1,000,001 talented people in the world, but the people who put that work in, who wants to last, those are the people that need that focus. That's what you need to focus. Content and you know, things that substance. Music not of that no more.
And
I think we need to get back to that place where we're feeding people the realness, real music with substance.
Absolutely, because you know I read somebody posted on Facebook about big artists who were not able to sell out concerts, and these artists are artists that were built largely on hype. And on I don't know if it's payola, but all of a sudden you're only hearing a certain type of music on the radio. You're only seeing certain artists being written about. When you turn on the TV, it's the same 5 artists. And I'm not talking about reggae music here. I'm talking about R&B.
But it's in every genre.
But having said that, I made a comment to say that there was a big show at Amazura last night, and I know that show was sold out. And the people who were performing on that show were what we call the veteran artists. So don't knock the veteran artists. And I would consider Simone, Marcia, and Keisha veteran artists because they've put in their time.
The word, 15 years strong and
that makes you a veteran.
So the thing set.
Because you're not just reach.
I'm a fly-by-night thing.
I'm pitch by day. No, okay, all right. You see, you bring out the worst in me, Keisha. Anyway, what's going on? Yeah, RHMC, you were at the old school dance last night, right? Wicked performances. I think you were at the same show that I alluded to, the Amazura show, possibly.
Someone asked me if I was there, but I was actually out with my children having dinner.
How are they?
Wonderful.
Keisha has 2 wonderful children, but that's another story, right?
I'm not opposed to discussing my children. They're
Simone alluded to it earlier on, how sometimes, and Marcia did too, when she talked about a very mundane incident doing the laundry, and she ended up writing something and putting it to music, and we played that track earlier on. How do you juggle all of the balls that you have to juggle as a woman in the industry?
I'd have to say God. There's nothing.
Amen.
There's nothing. I can't accredit my existence and my functioning to anyone else but Him. So
I hear you,
definitely.
Sister. We got to give it up. So we're bigging up God today on the Conduit show. It's Sunday evening.
And my single "Believe," that track is there, and that's.
Oh my goodness!
Definitely, that's accredited to my life story and my testimony as a woman, as a mother, and things that women go through, and the fact that, listen, I'm here today and I'm talking to you, and guess what? I'm a living testimony of what a woman, a strong woman, represents in this life. No matter where you go through, guess what? You believe in God and put Him first in everything you do, and guess what? You can survive anything.
And I want to say, because we want to be inclusive. For those people who, Simone G is clapping in the background, and I think everybody in the Conduit studio or the E2 studio right now would endorse that. But we also want to be inclusive. So whatever it is your belief is, whatever it is you believe in, you've got to believe in something.
Something, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
For me and Keisha and Simone, it's God.
Absolutely.
That's what keeps us going.
Yeah, we got everybody who believe in us something, whatever that higher power is that you believe in, that you think is your strength that keeps you going. Amen to you, more power to you. But guess what? Me get the most. I'm in a shame of Him. God is the head of everything, Keisha Martin. Now when you see me, no matter how you see me,
God we say.
Represent.
God or God.
See it there.
God or God. That we say. Keisha, we want to get to the music because wow. I'm trying not to look at the clock. I'm trying not to look at the time, but it's 8:49. We need to play
some music.
Which one we play?
You can play track 2, and then we can play a little bit. Give them a little piece, and guess what?
Run to the next one.
Yeah.
What's up, Ma? You doing?
Is this?
This is R&B. Nah, this is R&B featuring Kaini talking with his sexy voice at the beginning. You know, he gave me a little bly on that one. But you know, no other things that already. I'm a brother. Big up yourself, Kaini. Anyway, then.
It's not like that, man.
Yes.
I've been trying to get you off my mind, but it seems I can't. My heart won't let me walk away from you, 'cause it knows you're the man who fills me up with so much joy inside, and I can't understand. I'm hoping maybe one day things gon' change, but it remains the same. I knew the situation from the start, so I'm the one to blame. So in another place, in another life, maybe one day, baby, you'll be mine. 'Cause even though I love you and I'm always thinking of you, know that you're the one for me. So in another place, in another life, maybe one day, baby, you'll be mine. 'Cause even though I love you and I'm always thinking of you, know that you're the one for me. So boy, you turn me on with the right amount of attitude. You make me jump out on my clothes and get in at the mood. Turn me on with your sexy lips.
Yeah. Oh wow, she sounds a bit like Miss the King singer, Miss Diana King there. But we're not comparing you.
I've actually heard that, and that's an absolute great compliment.
You know, we have to big up Diana King.
Big up Diana King. That's one of my peoples I grew up listening to, and I definitely give her the utmost respect.
Remember the story. Let's put it out there. Who was the one that sent Diana King?
Actually, you. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. I remembered when that's how we got introduced on Facebook, because you hit me up on Facebook.
Heard her music, was just blown away. And I'm like, I gotta do something, because you know me kind of hotty like that. I gotta do something. Who can I send this to? Who can I send? So I just sent it to Donna King.
Yeah, and Diana hit me up, and definitely she bigged me up on, you know, my music, and, you know, gave me some encouraging words, and I definitely appreciated that. You know, awesome, phenomenal woman, definitely.
Yes, we have to big it up for the ones who've come before to pave the way, you know, because we know they went through an awesome struggle too.
Absolutely.
So we're going to, as you said, we're just cutting and going through.
Yeah, we'll just have place to run some track, and then, you know.
Okay, so we're going to play the third track.
Okay, called Thing For You.
Sing for You.
Yeah, you know.
Tell me the story behind this song.
This song was written off of an encounter I had, a personal encounter that I had with a gentleman that, I mean, we chemically, we had like a great attraction, but, you know, funny enough, I respected him so much. I told him, you know, I really like you and I love the chemistry that we have, but I would never have anything with you because I know you have a family and thing, and I respected that. You know, I respected the other woman in the picture, and I said, you know what you don't want for yourself, you don't do to anybody else, but I wrote a song about it. So.
Wow. So you know what? These writers are writing about their experiences most of the time.
Yes. It's okay to fantasize, 'cause boy, I want you to. If you only knew the thoughts I have for us, from the bed to the shower, to the backseat of my truck. The only thing.
I think this one. Do I need to censor this one, Keisha?
Absolutely not. None of my music needs to be censored.
So you can be sexy without being explicit.
For you. And no, I can hide it, it's true. I said I got a thing for you. And no, I can hide it.
Yes, for those in the chat room who know Keisha Martin, there's some very funny private conversations going on. And CPR1 is saying, big tune Keisha. I hope you're loving the show as much as I'm loving it. We've had 3 awesome women, and I'm not concentrating on any of them. I'm sorry, Keisha Martin is sitting next to me, but Simone Gordon is still in the studio.
She's still in the building.
And our spirits and our thoughts
Big
are
up
with
Marcia
Marcia
Davis, anywhere
because
there in
guess
the
what?
world.
That's how these ladies do.
Definitely.
They got nothing but love for each other.
Absolutely.
And you know what? For the music to survive, it's got to come from a pure place.
Absolutely.
I think people would agree with that. But anyway, it's not about me. Let me shut up.
Yeah, I'm going to
next music.
next track.
Next track. Run the track. Okay, what is
DJ Sheron is in the building. Oh, we can put a little pause on this one because I got to talk about this one.
Okay, we're pausing that one.
This song was not written off of any personal experience, but someone introduced me to a producer, took me, you know, oh, these guys are great, and they have a track. Actually, Egyptian was on this track as well. When I first heard it, they were putting it out, and when I wrote the song, it was just like this vibe. The track just gave me this energy. It was like really jazzy. So this is part of the reason why I got the title Queen of Jam Rock Soul, because it's soul mixed with reggae, that roots, that rockers, that thing
fusion.
Make you want, you know,
wind up yourself.
Rubber dub type of vibe. So
you're going with the
this one
winding.
is titled I Like, but you listen to the words, you'll know.
It's in the words, people.
It's in the words.
We're gonna play this
not
one?
explicit. Gotta listen to it.
We're gonna play this one.
Yeah.
You heard the story.
No story behind it. It's just a song that people can relate to.
Sorry, I'm fooling all over
I'd like if you could come on over so we can have a bit of conversation. But wait a minute, I don't mean with words. See, what I'd really like to do is talk to you with my body. So come on in and close the door. Let me take full control. Take your body on mental stroll. There's no need for stress. Just the silhouette of our nakedness. 'Cause I like when we get closer.
Yes, Anne Moore is saying a little reggae fused with some jazz with a sprinkle of R&B. Stir up the pot, girl.
Sweetness.
What a great comment, Anne Moore. I love that.
Definitely. That's what it's about, man. Fusion of different elements of the music and making it, owning it. You know, having your own style. I mean, what separates me from everyone else is the fact that I am the queen of jam rock soul. That statement defines who I am and what I represent in this industry in terms of versatility, and that's what it's
You're
about.
bringing it.
That's it.
Wow, I love that. So can I call you Keisha Stir Up the Pot Martin?
I know nothing. Anything, you can call me anything you want to call me, I will answer.
Yeah, and I think you're evoking some emotions in some of our listeners in the chat room there, Keisha.
Definitely.
We're not going to blow up anybody's spot.
And more.
Are you okay? Okay, Keisha, we're going to run to the next track. Because, wow, I can't believe this time, man. It's not fair. I need more time. Especially when we have these ladies.
Queen of
this is a little hip hop.
Keisha,
link up, definitely big up my virgin thesis right in the building. This is from my mixtape that I put out. Yeah, it's called Me and My Crew. It's a really fun song. Very different from the one you heard before. So.
And Keisha, you want to mention to the listeners who are looking at right now, and I'm not sure that they could see a gentleman.
He can get up in the camera so they can say Thesis is in the building.
Thesis.
Pieces.
I'm not hearing. I've got flu, so everything's blocked.
Is in the building. He'll be performing with me at the Shrine tonight. We definitely going to stir up some things.
Yes,
you see, definitely lyrical, like, connoisseur. It's really mad with the thing.
So this is a track with the two of you now?
No, it's not. We're gonna get to that. That's the new single that I'm gonna drop. That's where I saved that.
For tonight?
No, we saving that for last. We're gonna.
Okay,
it's on there, but.
So
he's in the building.
Say hi to everyone, Thesis.
Big up.
I keep saying Thesis. Pieces.
Yes.
Okay, so you're wondering why we've got a man in the studio with us, but that's for us to know and for you to find out.
Absolutely. This is my little gangsta moment. So.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke by the phone ringing. Said it's morning and she's wildin'. So me tell her calm down and tell me where she is. She said me don't have me yacht and some girl from my back on the I-95. 5 cars behind me, not care what you do. Just round up the crew and meet me by KP from Flatbush Avenue. So with no time to lose, me round up the chicks. Jumped in the whip with the shit on me hip. Cause that's how we do. Sing, 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 sing. How we do. Fuck with my crew.
Okay.
Next track.
We're not
introduced.
We're not stressing.
No, we're not stressed that one.
Okay. All right. So what's coming up now, Keish? Here we go.
Angel.
So if people now are listening to this music that we're playing right now on the Conduit show and they want to come see you live in person, tell them again where you're going to be right after the show.
Be at the Shrine Lounge in Harlem tonight, 135th and Adam Clayton Power Boulevard, I believe. I will correct.
That's right. Simone G in the back is saying yes. And 134.
134. Wherever. What's going on with the pink pow-pows in the chat?
I love it. Them a pow, yo.
Listen, the girly gunshots.
You're so bad. So, are we gonna get the live? Next track?
We're gonna just run some track and then we're gonna give it a live.
Man.
Hurrying it. But it's a lot to hear, and I want
the time.
That's why I'm running.
Let's be quiet and try and just do the thing. Okay, what happened? Yes, so come on now, play. Work with me here, people. So Keisha, while we queue up the next track, do you have any album out at the moment?
I have a mixtape out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just working on the official album. Will be out. No set date yet. I'm working on dropping it the summer of 2011. Definitely, it'll be ready for the summer of 2011. So, that's pretty much what it is.
So the album is going to be dropped sometime next year.
This summer.
This summer 2011. We're in 2011 now, aren't we? Lord have mercy. This flu has knocked me down. It's not playing. This one is not playing. Keisha, so I hope that's not the track, and
I don't know what happened.
Technical difficulties here in the studio, so that means that we can okay.
You're
lucky.
Queen of Jump Back Soul.
I'll forget it. See it. Yeah.
Keisha, 5'11" with the Amazon feature.
Keisha Martin. Weed and pull up the hey. Pull up that packet, now what you do? Play that one more time. Keisha Martin, the queen of Jamrock Soul.
And every man know if I am against them.
Play that again.
I show them how to steal. And teach them how to angry when them have me. And how to forget me. See it. Yeah. Keisha, 5'11" with the Amazon feature. Something you don't know, then I'm glad to teach you. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet ya. Yeah. So let me tell you about this girl I know, from the land where the coconuts grow. She's so fly and so sexy, but don't let it fool ya. She's a real paper chaser with a gangster attitude, yeah. She packs her pee. So you say you want a gangster shorty, and you say you wanna ride beside me. Show me, baby, you can handle this body. Then maybe you can have me.
Wow, I like that one, Keisha. I like that one. You probably know why, right? Okay, yes. I love the comments in the chat room. Cheryl is saying niceness. Kitty Juds is saying Guan, Keisha. And there's a question from Ann Moore, because we know you're not only a singer. Like Simone G, you're multi-talented too. You act also.
Yes, I do.
What's going on in that department?
Right now I'm working on a film project, shopping a script pretty much to get that off the ground. It's a movie. It's a fiction mixed with a little bit of real life activity going on with me, but I'm not gonna tell the story. Let's have to wait for the one day, but definitely I will be in it, whether I'll be in a leading role or play the the backfield. Hey,
so will you be singing in that project?
A couple of my tracks definitely will be on the soundtrack. For sure.
Okay.
It's called Broken Dreams. I'll give away that much. That's the title of the film, and I am the person who gave the screenplay idea was mine.
Oh, so you'll get credit for that. Screenplay by Keisha Martin, soundtrack by Keisha Martin. So it will be a Keisha Martin vehicle.
Well, not necessarily. The writer, I pretty much just gave the platform to create. And, I just shelled out a story and someone who's a writer brought it to life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely.
So, we have to say all these ladies are doing it for themselves. And multi-talented, can you say that? Definitely.
Try.
Keisha, we're going to run on to the next track. I really am kind of a bit annoyed by all of this because I wanted to spend more time with you. But the music is here and we got to play.
I remember growing up as a little girl.
Reflections
looking in the eyes of this cold. This is live with me and Kaini. I just,
Wow, let me tell you, people. You got to see Keisha do this one live, I think.
The words of my mother.
Yeah, Kaini's playing the guitar live on this. It was just us jamming out, and that's just a live.
The world on your shoulder.
Set with both of us.
She said, baby, embrace your youth. Cause after all,
you can pick up yourself, man.
She said, you ain't getting no younger. She said, love yourself before you love another. Learn to be a lady. Set an example for your sisters. Embrace your trials and tribulation, cause it'll only make you stronger. Reflections of a woman, look in her eyes. Tell me, do you feel her pain? Yeah. Reflection of a woman, just look into the windows of her soul and tell me, do you feel the warmth of her smile? She's a woman seeking shelter for her child, single woman working 2 jobs. Ooh. So she's the lady on the corner, and she's begging for a quarter. Tell me, do you see her? You better not pass her by. She's a mother who just lost her only son. Whoa, do you hear her cry?
box driving a B44. Reflection.
Wow. Keisha Martin. Keisha Martin in the house. Ladies and gentlemen who are in the chat room, I want you to understand what a special Conduit show you have witnessed this evening. I can't say enough. Talented women in reggae. Are you supporting them? The Conduit show is. Keisha Martin is in performance this evening at the Shrine, and of course, you know, as soon as I hear from Simone and Marcia, I know they're working on current projects, and we will definitely be supporting them all the time. Sisters, I'm like Keisha. Wow. It's 9:08.
I definitely want to give an opportunity to talk about my charity event that I host every year. Quickly, I don't want to forget it because I'm working on it, looking for sponsors and also artists who are interested in performing. It's called Jamaica Tools for School. I started last year, which is pretty much helping children in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, because I believe that charity begins at home.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the main reasons. I get to youth, so I'm not ashamed for telling nobody the ghetto I come from. I grew up in the ghetto. I know what it's like not to have for your mother, not to have the money, the monetary, the money for provide the necessities for you to go off to school, the shoes, the book bag, the uniform, the rate. You understand me? So Jamaica Tools for School is to pretty much help. I pick a school every year. Melrose School is a school I attended, so that's why I'm focused on them.
And when is that event taking place, Keisha?
It's going to be in August, the end of August. I haven't chosen a date yet, working on different little things like
do you think this year you can maybe do something in the Bronx? Because we always have to trek to Brooklyn.
If I get I'm looking for an outdoor venue wherever I get the venue.
Okay.
I would like to do it in a park. I could do it in your backyard.
You could do my backyard.
A fundraiser in Sheron.
Absolutely, I'll do it all
backyard.
the time.
All right, so it's on. Listen, I'm gonna have two. Then I'm gonna host one in the Bronx.
Absolutely, for the Bronx people.
For the Bronx people, them, and I'm gonna cut. No, but
not a problem.
Listen,
Keisha,
I'm a beggar when it comes to children. Don't play with me.
Look, I put it on the Conduit.
All right,
think I'm gonna rescind now? And we don't take back no chatting now.
All right,
so we're big about you.
Fundraiser. And it's not really so much about the monetary. It's about the supplies. That's what Tools for School is about. The supplies, book bag, pencil, anything you can. Listen, 99-cent store always after.
Remember
Staples.
Keisha. Yes,
everybody.
We did it.
So
we did it. Yes,
definitely,
we support Keisha. And
absolutely
her Tools for
did.
Schools.
And
we love
this
that.
year I'll keep you posted. Sharon.
Definitely, you're gonna have a Bronx event. I don't care about what you do in Brooklyn. But you know what? I'm tired of having to make that trek over the Brooklyn Bridge.
I'm trying to take it out in the streets of the park. I'm trying to get a park venue. That's what I'm working on. Why I have not set a date yet.
Right.
In the park,
but
live band, live music, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You know something, Keisha? We can maybe collaborate on you with that, because I also have a involvement in charity, People of Black Heritage. So maybe that's something we can collaborate on.
Me I go call you, because I'm building my team right now. That's what I'm doing.
Perfect.
Anyone that wants to assist me, I want to build a team. I have some elected officials that I'm talking to right now in regards to the event, because I want to make it something worthwhile where the children can walk away. And listen, I'm not saying nothing go Jamaican. I'm just making to know that I am delivering it personally. So there's going to be another event to deliver the event where I personally am putting my team, we're putting the bags, the tools, the supplies in the children's hands, so we know that they're getting them.
The intended recipients.
That's it.
Do get them. Keisha, I love that idea. But it's 11 minutes past 9. I'm way over my time. My show ends at 9 o'clock, Keisha.
Oh my goodness.
So they're going to cut off the lights in a minute.
Then now we'll cut off the lights.
No, it's like in England where you put the money in the meter, and when it runs out, the lights go out.
Now cut off the light.
You know what? There's a couple of things I have to do. I mean, we didn't talk about.
Go to the last track.
The last track, which is the last track.
That's a brand new song from me.
What number is that? Go. Okay,
14.
we passed it. All right, so
I think that's it.
It's a. Oops, excuse me, people. The last track on the CD that Keisha handed me, hot off the press. It's. You know what? It's. What can I say?
We have issues, technical difficulties here. Go back.
See, that track will play.
Is it?
Oh well, I don't know what's going on here. All right, this one will play, right? It's not initializing, so we're gonna see if we can find a track that's functioning, and this one will play.
You paused it.
This one will play. Track 10. Work with that one.
This was actually my first single. You can find this video online. My first music video. Really, really fun.
Interesting.
Song. Very fun song.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is Keisha
Kitty,
Martin.
I'm sorry.
What is the name of this track?
Can I get to know you?
Cause I'm feeling your style and I love your profile and I wanna know everything about you, baby. Hey shorty, can I get your number? Cause I'm feeling your style and I love your profile and I wanna know everything about you. Cause you're so sexy from head to toe. I'm so curious that I got to know. Is there a girl or a wife? Do you only keep friends? Baby mama drama, do you have children? Are you a stand-up brother or a wanna-be player? Just let me know, cause you know I got the time.
Shall we see if the next track will play? Let's
go
see.
back to 9 if you...
9? Okay, alright, so we're going to come out of that. We're all over the place today with this music because we just have to see what plays. Okay, 9 is playing.
We played that already though, unfortunately.
We did?
Yeah.
So can we play it again? Why can't we
see
play
if
it
this
again?
one works.
No. Oh, yes.
Oh wow, this is my single. So let people. All right, so this could be our last song.
Okay, you want to talk us through this? Let me pause this.
This is my testimony song, people. That's what I call it. You know, like I said, we all go through things as women, men, and you know, in life. And Believe is my testimony. I call it a testimony. A lot of people call it a gospel song, but I just call it just real life. And this is what it is. It's me, what I've been through. I'm sorry that I'm not getting to play the song with pieces because it's a really awesome song and he just really did his thing on it.
But you're gonna perform it live tonight, right?
I'm gonna perform it live. So Sheron, I'll come back and tell them about it next week. You see it?
Yeah, you hear it now. So okay.
But Believe, that's the title of the track. It's available. It will be available on iTunes. Really, really phenomenal song, and it's one of those heartfelt things. I don't even want to explain anymore. I broke up when I did my single
Please
release.
don't explain
I
anymore.
cried.
Let me play the track, please.
It's really. I had a Michael Jackson moment. That's what I call it.
You know,
So
I'm gonna cut her
play
mic
the
off in a
track.
minute.
Go ahead.
Let her carry on.
Believe, y'all.
As the tears they roll down my face and the problems they keep coming my way. I know sometimes I lose my faith, and it's hard to be strong when there's so much going on. And the questions they keep rolling through my head. So many problems. I wonder if tomorrow I can feed my kids. And I wonder if tomorrow I'll have somewhere to sleep. And the bills keep on piling up with no relief. But then I remember those words you said to speak, Lord. I'll keep you safe as long as you believe in me. And I believe, I when the problems make me say, oh Lord have mercy. What is Father and why it's got to be why me? I'm
Say no matter what you're going through, all you gotta do is believe. Yes, believe, 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 believe. All you gotta do is believe, believe, and he'll never let you down. Believe, and he'll never let you down. Yes, believe. Said all you gotta do is believe.
Ooh, I hope you all felt the spirit moving, because I know the spirit was moving in the studios at E2 on air. Right now, I'm bawling.
Missy Boo's crying.
I am
crying,
bawling. I am bawling, and I want you all to know that you can believe.
Just
Keisha,
believe, man. That's
we
why
had
it's
church
my
up
new
in here,
single.
right
That's
at
what
the
I'm talking
end of the
about.
show. We had church up in here.
Girl, believe that. I mean, that's why it's a testimony, man.
I hear you.
Everybody can relate to something, because everybody will go through something. We living in perilous times now,
I'm
right
telling
now.
you
You know
about
what I'm
it.
saying? So just trust God for what He has planned for your life, and trust me, no matter what the enemy decides that Him want to do in your life, Him don't dictate your future.
Absolutely, especially when you believe.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to believe.
Trust
because He will keep you. Right now, I know I'm going through some stuff. And I look back and I'm like, well, how are you at this point? Because this is it and this is it. So how are you still here?
Absolutely.
And we have to say,
the Most High.
It's the Most High that's keeping me. And I have to give Him thanks every day. Even if it's when I open my eyes, I say, thank you, Lord, for another day.
Absolutely.
Because we never know.
Absolutely.
We see what's going on around us. Keisha, I mean, words just fail me now. Really, there's nothing more that can be said, because you said it all with that beautiful song. I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, man.
Wow,
And big
for
up
coming.
the whole of the E2 family: Ed Robinson, Michelle, Sheron, Hamilton-Pearson,
Aw.
Marcia Davis. Definitely big up my producer, BG.
Don't forget my girl in the corner, you know. Oh, you're
course.
coming round to her. Oh, sorry.
Big up my
Yes,
sister
rope
over
in
here, so
some
you
more.
don't know love, man. It's always
You know,
love.
I would love
I
to
look
see.
for the collabo. Listen,
You know what? That's what I would love to see.
We're gonna definitely
You think
make
it
it
happen?
happen.
It must come.
We're gonna definitely make
we
it
got
happen.
we're the producer
He
in
ran out.
gone. But you know what? I think people would be clamoring to do that collaboration with you and Simone, and maybe a Marcia Davis as well.
Triple
Treat the
threat.
hard way.
Treat the hard way.
The way I said that would be a wicked. Oh, you heard
big
it.
up yourself,
You heard it
man.
on the
Definitely
content.
big up
Okay,
yourself.
but you know what?
Much
There
love
was
and respect.
I don't know. It's now. I'm really taking liberties. It's 9:20, so there's one thing I gotta
Listen,
do.
the light them. Listen, can't round our back on him. Lock off the light. Hey, listen, we definitely have to do this again. We're gonna do it again and make
it
sure so
again?
the people them get the full
fullness?
100. Yes, the full
Yeah,
100.
well,
but a little make a muckle. So every little
no,
bit
but
of
you know
more
what?
we do it.
When you give them the teaser, you keep them on edge.
I think my battery are dead.
I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm like, who is that in the corner behind me? All right, there's a track that I have to play. If anybody, I want to say first of all, apologies to all of the artists who sent me their music that I promised to feature this evening. But as you can see, the show was out of my control today because we had the person of Marcia Davis, Simone Gordon, and Keisha Martin. And the three of them together in the studio is trouble. So I apologize, but I will be playing your music next week. I hope I can fit it in next week, because next week is another big show. We have Sandra Cross coming with the interview that she was unable to do a couple of weeks ago because I couldn't call her. And then, of course, in the studio, live and direct in the studio next week, Sunday, my friend, Papa Michigan, Bandingo, himself. Yes, the thing is no good again.
I'll be in the chat room.
You'll be in the chat room, so I'm warning you people. Make sure on log in next week and tell your friends.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
It's the Conduit show, yeah. Make
It's
sure
the Conduit
log
show.
on.
But the one track that I must play, Keisha Martin, the show last week was a very special show. An incident happened in England. A gentleman by the name of Smiley Culture died tragically. while he was apprehended by police. There's a big inquiry going on, and I had the privilege to speak to family members last week. It's an ongoing campaign. So all you campaign ladies, I'm urging you to get on Facebook, join the campaign, Justice for Smiley Culture. He's the one who sing, police officer, no give me producer. Anyway, so the one track that I wanted to play for my friends and family in England, and also for the family of David Emmanuel, Smiley Culture, is this one. And this is a tribute track out of London, England right now. Just take a quick listen, people, and then I'm out of here.
AKA Smiley Culture. Yeah, otherwise known as the Cotton Translator. Who's say? Yo, police officer, we demand an answer. What really happened to the great Smiley Culture? Cause we no want no more lies, no propaganda. Right now at justice, we are make a stand for. Police officer, we need to hear the answer. What really happened to the great Smiley Culture? We not gonna make no cover up thing, go on ya. At justice, we are call for. Cause Smiley Culture is a UK reggae icon. And for a lot of us, him a inspiration. From in the 80s, him have a lot of hit song. And when I was a youth, I used to sing everyone like police officer, Cockney translation pan. Top of the pops are where we sight up the man. Fi tell you the truth, him a big foundation. A him first DJ in a English one.
The man set a whole heap of style for the future generation. Real pioneer for the fast talking pattern used by American and also Jamaican. So you know Smiley Culture influence strong. Is where the man originate in a London. Him take the Cockney slang and put it on the version. The next thing you know it gone international. From UK to yard straight round to Japan. And right round the world the people love off him song. So when me hear the news and hear the devastation and hear about the death of the great icon, me say Jah know something sound wrong.
So let me see the hand them and the lighter. You want justice for Smiley Culture.
Me say no listen everything you're hearing at the media. Can of them a spread peer propaganda, me tell you.
Police officer, we want hear the answer. What really happened to a great reggae chanter? Can no cover up king now go on ya. At justice we are called for. Respect that is Smiley cause we owe you a lot. And you give you like the inspiration to chat. And I will be eternally grateful for that. You style and your pattern them never can stop. Slap up jam and say in a fashion no mention that the translation police officer was engaged.
Yeah. So I want to say good night to everyone in the chat room. I want to say good night to everybody in the chat room as Keisha is there running her mouth as usual.
Night.
Behave. Simone, come say good night to everybody.
Yes, everyone. Good night. Good night, everyone in the chat room, everyone listening all across the world. Thank you so much for having me here, Sheron. It was beautiful.
Simone, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I'm putting you both on notice that I'm giving you a certain period of time
to get
for those
done.
albums. And trust me, I will be on your head top. That's the other one, right? So ladies, you know, I've put it out there now. And the audience out there knows the talent. Marcia gets off because she's not in the studio, but I'm going to be telling her too when I want to Lele, I want the album.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? So as we say goodnight, we're very, very late and we want to say apologies, but thanks to Ed and Michelle for giving us the privilege. They never come and turn off the lights on us. Thank you all so much for joining Sheron P this evening on the Conduit Show. And you know what? If you like what you saw, if you're a new listener, come back again. We're a very friendly bunch.
And tell a friend for tell a friend.
Tell a friend for tell a friend. So Keisha, we're going to play it out now because we're exiting the building. Have a great week, everybody.
I won't be a stranger, guys. You'll see more of me. It's just I've been working hard. You understand? That's what it is. I'm not trying to be a stranger. I'll be around. You'll see me from time to time.
Yes. And more, thank you so much for your continued support of the Conduit Show. We love it. And we like to bring you the good programming, the good artists every time. We got to get out of here. So let me just do this. Why is it not playing?
Who's this?
Why is it not playing? Thank you. Thank you so much, Simone.
Cave, how are you?
Straight A. They run up in the alphabet A. Right you know we know the pan. We're some little boy the pan. Right you know we have we own a AA. When we drop in at the club, roll up we wanna weed. Crystal we wanna any